both wing backs have to give something going forward and don't allow Leeds to kind of get into those areas.
We are up and underway live on Talk Sport 2 here tonight at Home Park, with Leeds United attacking the goal away to our left and Plymouth away to our right-hand side. And immediately Leeds are on the attack down the right-hand side, trying to get into the penalty area and trying to move the ball up through the right-hand side with Sam Byram, looking to link with Nonto, who's playing off the right-hand side tonight. Diminutive little Willie Nonto. He's only about half the size of Chris Iwelumo. I mean, can you imagine you two playing up front together?
I've been in many partnerships, Leon Knight, Jamie Curran, and that was what it was all about, the big man, little man.
Neither of them were as small as him, though.
True.
Jamie's still playing somewhere, I'm sure. Here's Nonto down the right-hand side, driving the ball into the box, takes a big whack at the ball, and it goes straight out of play on this near side, but they signalled their intent right from the off.
No, straight away. Sam Byram, you know, I think the energy that he gives going forward, he has that understanding with Nonto as well, a little underlap, and then, you know, if you give him open space to run, so he's going to take that opportunity every single time, Byram, and he has end product. So that is something that Ian Foster, I'm sure the players will be well drilled to what to expect.
Whittaker picks the ball up and plays it out towards the left, and they come forward down that left-hand side now with Callum Wright, and moves towards the left edge of the penalty area, scoots the ball towards Ryan Hardy at the far post, and Junior Firpo had to be alert to the danger and just move in front of Hardy. I think the offside flag would have gone up against Hardy anyway, but that was a good move.
It was an excellent move, an excellent little ball from Callum Wright, trying to find Hardy, and I've got to say it was outstanding defending from Firpo. He knew exactly where Hardy was. I think it was going to be a tight call if it was going to be offside, Sam, but I think Firpo just gave a little feint, like he's going to touch the ball, and pulled his foot away last minute.
Well, the high press was on immediately as Meslier tried to play out from the back in his bright pink goalkeeping shirt. Hardy chasing him down, and again Plymouth not giving Leeds United any room to breathe. They do work the ball up the pitch though, and the offside flag goes up fortuitously, I think, against Matteo Joseph, who, when trying to dive down the left-hand side into the inside left channel, the flag went up very quickly. There's no VAR today, and I tell you what, it was very, very tight, but he might just have got it right. It was tight though, Chris.
Yeah, I'm looking at that as well. You know, on the lineman side, he sees Nonto's back first, and I think that's what makes it very, very difficult. You know, I think Joseph, I thought he'd kind of timed it near enough perfectly if therefore, but it's always a difficult one with the speed of the ball.
Yeah, you're never going to get Big Chris to say that one of those slender ones was offside. He would have been screaming at the linesman. Definitely on a time of run to perfection, ref.
Well, in fairness, I'm all for what Arsene Wenger said. I think there should be a space between the last defender and attacker for it to be offside.
Yeah, but that's not the rule at the moment.
Stop.
Well, we can get to it, I'm sure. We played 3 minutes. You're listening to Talk Sport 2, and it's Plymouth 0, Leeds United 0. In the first meeting between the two earlier in the season in the league, goals from Daniel James and Joel Pirro did the damage. It was enough for Leeds to win, despite Ben Way, who's on the bench tonight for Plymouth, pulling one back later on in the game. But Leeds have rested their top scorer, Crescencio Somerville, tonight. He's on the bench and will come on if required. But with that high line that Plymouth like to play, the speed of Joseph, Nonto down that right-hand side, they've got enough weapons to cause them problems already on that field of play, I think.
Yeah, I think that when the high line, it's so important that the midfield bank in front of you, the attacking bank, they can't allow the Leeds player to get their head up in the air.
Good ball by Randall out towards the near side and taken by Hardy, who's crossed into the box. He's just eluded Meslier. He didn't really know whether to come and get it or not. There was a bit of a corridor of uncertainty, and he didn't know whether to punch it out or try and grab it or let it go. He let it go in the end, and it's retrieved over on the far side. Wright has left it. It's whipped in towards the near post, headed away by Liam Cooper, chested down by Edwards, and Joe Edwards then handled the ball in the midpoint of the Leeds United half, just in front of the D, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds United. But a fast start to the game, a good slick playing surface, a high tempo, good intensity, and a terrific atmosphere down in the southwest for Plymouth to take on one of the big boys in the Championship, a team that want to get back up into the Premier League, a team that deserved their win over Bristol City on Friday night thanks to the goal from Willie Nonto just after half-time. And for a short term over the course of the weekend, they moved into the top two in the Championship, but it's knockout action tonight, and we could end up going all the way to penalties if we can't find a winner in 90 minutes and extra time. 5 minutes gone. 0-0 on Talk Sport 2. In the FA Cup elsewhere, Coventry have taken the lead against Sheffield Wednesday by 1-0. And that goal, putting Coventry in front, means that if they were to win that game, they will take on Maidstone United in the next round of the competition. Ball loose on halfway, picked up by Whittaker for Plymouth. He's dispossessed. The ball was won eventually by Kamara, but there was a foul given against Junior Firpo on halfway, and it's a Plymouth free kick.
Yeah, I think it's a great intensity from Plymouth. I think Leeds have that quality. They're trying to move the ball quick, but as soon as Plymouth get it, it's always forward. The ball's sticking at the minute, but they've got willing runners trying to get up there and support as quickly as they can. It's all very, very evident when the opportunity is there to put the ball in the box. Hardy's done it straight away, whipped that ball across, and then it was Sorrell as well, but from the other side, and they've got willing runners breaking the neck to get on the end of it as well.
6 minutes gone, Talk Sport 2. Ball out wide on the right-hand side. Sam Byron playing out there today. Tucks it back into the heart of the defence, and Roden, who's been very good, been in good form and has looked reliable in a Leeds shirt, on loan from Tottenham, plays it to Meslier, who strides out of his penalty area, then plays a good pass into Byram to beat the press, and it goes back to Roden, and he wanders into a midfield position before shifting it on to Junior Firpo. Firpo's been in good form as well, but given the ball away here, and Whittaker is now in behind him and running at the defence, and he's got into the penalty area. Across comes Cooper, tries to shut him down and just manages to successfully do that. The ball's launched to halfway, it got caught in the wind, and Brendan Galloway had to watch it carefully before heading it away from Willie Nonto. He gets it forward once more, picked up by Sorinola over on the far side. He feeds Callum Wright, who tries to tuck down in towards that left wing position for Plymouth. Across comes the defender Roden, stabs it out, it's away for a throw-in over on the far side. Rob Jones, our referee today, staying in the same hotel as me actually. I saw him in the lobby before it came down. He got a big 4x4 to take him to the ground. I use the shoe leather.
Did he also get a little envelope with the customer of the...
No.
Are you sure?
He didn't. Don't bring it up, Chris. Yeah.
I've got to say, Galloway there into Sorinola, outstanding as well. As soon as you get the ball, can it go forward? And then Callum Wright is always a willing runner, trying to go on the end of things over the top.
Yes, I got a little envelope when I checked into the hotel saying I was customer of the day and I got a free drinks voucher. Chris tells me that everyone gets one. I'm saying no, I was special. 8 minutes gone. Rain coming down here at Home Park. It's still 0-0. And a throw in for Leeds United deep inside their own territory in those crisp white jerseys, and even like the backs of the shorts that Firpo is wearing are flapping in the wind here as he throws the ball down the near touchline. The flick on is by Perot. It comes off the defender and goes out of play on this near side. Ash Phillips, who has joined from Tottenham Hotspur, very much a part of the Plymouth Argyle backline now. He making his 5th start in a row since signing from Spurs on loan, and I think Ange Postecoglou was very happy about the fact that he was coming here to play. Snapping into the tackle over on the far side, the ball was won back by Randall. It goes to halfway, and Leeds have got it again though. It's a good tackle on Nonto, that one. The ball comes out towards the right side. Nonto's got it again, and across goes Sorinola, who's harassing him and pushing him back, dealing with him well so far.
Really, really impressed with Plymouth without possession. It's high intensity. I don't think they'll be able to keep it up, but really, really making it difficult for Leeds. And then in that transition, when they get the ball, I think they're using it well, going forward quickly, but in numbers.
Motherwell lead Ross County by 1-0. Elsewhere tonight, Rangers and Aberdeen clash. Neil Woonett, good luck to him. He's in the Aberdeen dugout for the first time this evening. Of course, Chris is almost irritated by the fact that there's a chance that, here's an opportunity from some distance out for Joe Edwards, who spotted the goalkeeper off his line, and as it bounced inside the middle of the Leeds United half, it just popped up nicely for a volley, and he saw it, but I think he just rushed it slightly, didn't get enough loft on it, and he went wide a goal anyway. Yeah,
you're spot on. I think Joe was a young lad coming through Bristol City when I was there. Just fantastic character as well, great leader, and I think just that one there, just make sure the connection's right. Melee is off, he's out of goal. If you connect with it right, then you're definitely causing some problems.
Sam Byram just played in by Nonto, but couldn't take the pass in his stride. As a result of that, he lost it to Galloway, who clears it upfield. It's well won by Roden. who gets it in the right fullback position, feeds Nonto brilliantly. Byram still a little bit further forward, plays it infield, and Kamara releases it inside to Jayden Anthony. He sends it wide out to Firpo. Firpo stops the ball and rolls it back into Jayden Anthony, who scored that terrific goal in the first game between the two. The interception was brilliant from Ash Phillips though, and Plymouth still have the ball inside opposition territory. May well be that the ball went out of play on this near side and Leeds have a throw. There's a little bit of an argument about that, but the assistant on this near touchline is pretty certain about it, Stuart Burt.
Well, I think it's just excellent defending from Liam Cooper. He reads the situation. It's a running race with Whittaker. He gets there first, but rather than just put it out like we've seen time and time again for the last 2 decades, he actually takes a big touch and then he keeps it in, sliding. He wins Leeds a throw in, but you know, he's trying to keep possession of the ball rather than just allow Plymouth to get up the pitch.
Ball kick long down the right hand side for Hardy to chase for Plymouth into the right wing position, and Liam Cooper does exactly does it again, straight in a row Z, no nonsense. Did Bielsa teach him that?
Yeah, definitely.
I'll tell you what Bielsa did do, it stopped him from eating, and he absolutely hated it. He got a specific number of calories on a day-to-day basis, and he got down, he was very, very thin, his fat percentage was very, very small. And one of the things he said, I remember getting towards the end of the season, they said, how do you feel? He said, hungry. Ball cleared upfield by Meslier, and it's real deep, and it's not a great clearance by Ash Phillips, and as a result of that, Jayden Anthony has latched onto it. He then harassed back by Phillips, and the ball goes out of play. Phillips takes responsibility for misfielding it in the first place, and the ball goes out for a throw on this near touchline. Still 0-0, and we played a little over 11 and a half minutes on TalkSport 2 tonight with Carling, the official beer of the Emirates FA Cup. 18 plus, please drink responsibly. Whittaker's got it, and he excites the fans every time he picks it up. Great defending though by Gruev, who gets back and pulls off a brilliant slide tackle to divert it to halfway.
Well, Gruev had to do it. I think Roden had an opportunity there just to come and get to that ball before, but he's backtracking, allowing Whittaker to get hold of the ball, but Gruev seen the danger, come, snuffed it out, and like you say, kept the ball for Leeds.
Melier's come out to the perimeter of his penalty area to grab a loose ball on the right hand side. It's been a brilliant start to the game, so fast, so high tempo, and it's been brilliant to watch. Canamartorez scored for Sheffield Wednesday, and it's 1-1 there. Here Joseph coming forward inside the area, right-footed shot hits the frame of the goal from a tight angle for Leeds United, and it goes out of play, but I think it would have been offside anyway and wouldn't have counted.
Well, looking at that, I don't think it was offside. I thought it was right side. He's feeling all the way. Great, manipulates the ball, creates that angle. I think he's asking for a corner kick. Is that a save?
I mean,
yeah.
It looked like it took a little deflection on the way through, but the referee put it for a goal kick. But also, the linesman on the far side did have his flag up as if he was indicating for offside, which was a bit strange, because it looked like it was the right side of the defender.
Right side of the defender, and then he just rolled him, hasn't it? The weight of the pass was excellent, but definitely a save.
Yeah, it should have been a corner actually, and it wasn't. It was a really good effort from Matteo Joseph, who turned, spun, smashed it goalwards, and it hit the outside of the frame of the goal after an intervention from Connor Hazard, who made a good save. Leeds fans might feel as if they missed so many opportunities in the first game that they shouldn't really be here tonight, but they've had the best one so far this evening. It's still 0-0. Ball sent forward by Cooper, chested down on the edge of the centre circle, won by Ash Phillips and sent centrally, and Roden read it beautifully, dipped in, won it ahead of Hardy, and manages to start an attack for Leeds United. Again, Joseph offside. It's happened quite a lot.
Well, I'm looking at that. I don't understand why he's given offside there. So, like you say, I'm looking at Joseph, I'm looking at it on the monitor. That's what it's his shot, but it's definitely an excellent save there from Hazard. It's going right into the top corner, isn't it? He's got a hand to it. But there, I think, yeah, Joseph, he doesn't really need to gamble. He doesn't need to be on that side of the offside line. You know, I think he's got good pace. So I'm just looking at it very, very tight. Flags coming up very quickly.
Flags coming up quickly. Slightly different, of course, in games like this without VAR. It's there to be done instinctively. Both these assistants, Stuart Burt and Dan Cook, have been involved in Premier League games on a regular basis, so the idea of no VAR and lifting your flag quickly is not something that they're used to doing. And those two were the two assistants, by the way, whisper it quietly just in case he's listening, that were in the dressing room when Chris Wilder went in to have a word with the referee, and one of them was eating a sandwich. Well, they won't be eating sandwiches tonight. Cornish pasties maybe, but not sandwiches. Ball played down the left-hand side of the Leeds United attack. It goes all the way through to the goalkeeper, who's also got a rogue green balloon inside his 18-yard box, and he bowls it out to Ash Phillips in the right full-back position. 15 minutes gone, 0-0. Ball sent forward by Phillips, who's bent that down the touchline. Hardy's gone to chase it. Cooper gets it away. Up high into the air it goes, and it drops inside the box. It's thrusted forward off the boot of Randall, and then comes back down the right for Nonto to collide with Sorinola over on the far side. It goes out of play, and the referee just wants to stop proceedings because Sorinola has gone crashing to the ground.
So I think it's a fair challenge. I think Nonto's just trying to protect the ball. Sorinola comes over the top, and it's all about the landing, isn't it? Now there's contact there. If anything, I think Nonto kind of breaks the fall of Sorinola there, but it can be a sore one.
No goals so far in League One tonight, and there's been no goals at the Bescott Stadium tonight. Walsall against Morecambe has been postponed because of a waterlogged pitch. Ball is out on the right-hand side. It's collected by Nonto. Nonto gets to the byline, pokes it through towards Byram, who's on the underlap. He tries to play it back to Nonto, might just get this. Baranola comes across, puts the ball out. It's going to be a throw-in deep inside opposition territory. 17 minutes gone. Sal's just sent me a note saying that Plymouth is in Devon, so you can't call it Cornish pasties. That's not true, because actually outside, and I'll show you my wrapper actually, the Cornish pasty company have produced the pasties inside the stadium, so they've been imported from Cornwall. So they can call them Cornish, because it's the Cornish pasty company that runs all the little kiosks outside the stadium. I went for a walk earlier. So there you go. Trying to be smart then, weren't you? 18 gone. 0-0 the score. Leeds with a free kick from the right-hand side towards the back edge of the penalty area. And it misses Joe Roden its intended target and goes back to halfway. And they look to build from deep with Nonto just right at the centre circle. Not a great ball forward, cut out by Mumba, and it's cleared through the middle of the pitch. There was a little bit of a collision involving Edwards and Joseph, and again Joseph getting involved, having a word with the referee. He can be a little bit niggly, and the free kick has been given in Plymouth's favour. FA Cup football elsewhere tonight. Coventry 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Casey Palmer with the opener after 3 minutes. Callum Artery with the equaliser after 10 minutes. It's still Southampton 0, Watford 0. The winner of that goes away to Liverpool. Remember, the winner of Coventry Sheffield Wednesday takes on Maidstone United. And the winner of this game gets to go and play at a Premier League ground, Aston Villa or Chelsea, depending on who wins tomorrow night live on TalkSport. We've got football for you Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Well, every day is a happy day of football on TalkSport and TalkSport 2. Here's Nonto down the left-hand side looking for Firpo. He's bending cross into the box. He's picked up by Joseph. It's a little bit dawdling from the Plymouth defence there, and that frustrated the crowd here. Glenn Kamara picks it up, tries a little trick, gets to the edge of the area, sets it back, and the strike hits the top of the crossbar. It's a really good effort, that. From just outside the penalty area, struck beautifully, and it came rattling off the crossbar. Joel Perreault with the effort, and then there's a collision inside the penalty area, which the referee says get on with, no danger, but Joel Perreault's effort rattled the frame of the goal from around about 20 yards after great work from Kamara.
Well, just wait until you see the technique of Perreault there. He's come onto it, struck it with the laces as well, and I've got to say Hazard had no chance, but it all came from, you called it in your commentary as well, just sloppy defending, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They got the head to it, Matteo Joseph kept it alive, and then the connection, I'm looking at the monitor as well, he struck it well, and I think it's come off the leg, a little deflection, but the movement on the ball, It gets.
Yeah.
Takes it away from Hazard there.
Yeah, actually, I'm not even sure that was going on target until it took a little deflection, which spun the ball up into the air and onto the crossbar. A little bit fortunate there for Plymouth Argyle. The frame of the goal has been hit twice by Leeds United, and bearing in mind the number of chances that they missed in the previous game between the two, and the number of chances they've missed over the course of the season, they'll be a little bit disappointed that they haven't got on the score sheet here. Joseph heads it back, runs loose in midfield. Callum Wright hooks it high into the air. Heading the ball away was Cooper. It falls to Edwards, who touches it to the left, and Callum Wright picks it up once more. He moves to the edge of the area. Lovely little touch into the box, saving down low to his right. Brilliant work from Meslier, from Joe Edwards, who got in behind the defence after a lovely little touch from Wright to play it round the corner. They played beautiful football there. Lovely touch from Whittaker to pass it into the path of Joe Edwards. His little flick behind the back of Rodon fell beautifully for his captain, who could only find the goalkeeper.
Huge chance, isn't it? Excellent build-up play as well. He started it. Joe Edwards, he came on to it. He's took that ball in the middle, given it to Callum Wright, and then he's made an underlap as well. Great little pass into Whittaker, little one round the corner. He's got to hit the target. He's got to just pick the goals at his mercy there. I know Melee is coming out. He's trying to kind of keep himself big, but Joe Edwards, with the quality he's got, has to just pick his spot.
Fleetwood in League One lead away from home. They're one up against Bristol Rovers, and Coughlin with a goal after 20 minutes separates those two teams, and we should have had at least one goal here. Pirot's made a run down the right channel. Nonto's not going to get there. He ended up being favourite for that. Rangers have only just started their game against Aberdeen, and Rabi Matundo has already put them in front. That means they'll go level with Celtic tonight. If they get enough goals, Chris, Rangers will go top. Don't walk out on me.
Nah, he's made a massive difference, hasn't he?
Just a little bit. Pirot back towards halfway. Liam Cooper wide towards the right. Leeds United on the attack. They have dominated pretty much the ball inside Plymouth territory for most of this match. It was an even start to the contest, but Leeds have taken control, and there have been a few skirmishes though for Plymouth Argyle to go on border raids on the counter-attack, and that's going to be their game plan.
Yeah, I think it is. I think you can't really keep that high intensity without the ball and prolong it for the 96, 98 minutes, whatever we're going to get. So I think you've got to take your moments. When they do get that ball, they go forward very, very quickly in numbers as well. They've created a couple of opportunities, some good balls coming in from wide areas as well.
Ball into the box from the right-hand side after a short free kick was sent down the right. Crosses into the box, goes out for a goal kick. It flashes past the 6-yard area. There was no one there to finish it off. It was a cute free kick from Kamara out to Byram. He then sent it on to Nonto, flashed the ball through the 6-yard box, but there wasn't anybody there.
Yeah, it's not a bad ball, and it's just a blind whip across the face of goal. If you're looking at it, you want to be overly critical. As soon as that ball's taken, Joseph and Jane and Anthony can try and make it, but it's a lot of work to do, a lot of distance to cover there.
0-0 score. TalkSport 2 on a Tuesday night, a rainy Tuesday night in Devon. Firpo on the near side, plays it infield towards Gruev. Gruev, the Bulgarian, drives the ball through the centre circle out to the wide right position, and Sam Byram looking for Nonto. Nonto now trying to hold off the defender. Galloway gets close to him. Across comes Byram to help out, but Callum Wright has got it back, and Sorinola has sent it over towards the far side and out for a throw-in. They get a lot of men forward over on that right-hand side, and that's been the danger zone so far in the game, with Byram getting high up to support Nonto.
You can notice as well, Sam, Joe Edwards and Randall, that distance, they're now sitting protecting the three rather than,
breaking into the box and getting at the other end.
Gruev, how much space did he have when he received the ball there? He could have drive forward another 10-15 yards himself. That's where I think the lines have got to have an understanding. When that midfield four, I think Whittaker and Wright have to drop as well, and then leave kind of Hardy kind of a little bit isolated if they're going to do that. Because if you leave the space in the centre of the pitch, this Leeds side will hurt you in there.
Yeah, well, they've got good players, haven't they, in there? Here is Joseph trying to get round the back of the defender, and Gibson's just going to allow that to run out of play and away for a goal kick away to our left-hand side. You're listening to TalkSport 2 live in Devon tonight, with rain still swirling around. I can't believe how much rain there is around today, bearing in mind when I arrived here earlier on today, it was overcast, but there was no threat really of rain. It's certainly coming, I think, across the country. I've got a little weather warning for Manchester for the next couple of days. You and I live in the northwest. Snow incoming, you worrying about that?
No, not at all. You're going to be walking back in this though.
Yeah, got to get my steps up. Got my big hood, got my Arctic coat on today. Don't worry about me, I'll be alright. Here's Cooper. I didn't come to Plymouth just to get a taxi from the ground to the hotel and the hotel to the ground, mate. You know, go on and have a little walk around, smell the Devon air, get down by the harbour. Ball upfield towards Joseph. There was a foul there as Gibson tried to steal from the wrong side. The ball was kicked out by Melier right into the middle of the park. That foul was committed. It does give Leeds a free kick just inside opposition territory.
There's still a one to give away from Gibson. I think he's kind of marshalled Joseph quite well. You know, I think they'll allow him to get the touch, and then that's when you come in and steal it, which I think they've been doing quite well, this the defensive unit up on there.
Joe Perot, who's in the team tonight in place of Patrick Bamford and Jorginho Ruter. Joseph coming in for him. It's a different front two this evening for Daniel Farker, but those two need minutes as well. They need to play games to be fresh when they're called upon by the manager as the season grows older and older. Pirro's just given the ball away, and it's been collected by Randall, then played down the right by Mumba, and there's lots of space here for Hardy, who's in the penalty area on the right hand side. Low cross towards the far post. Brilliant defending, super defending by Byram to get in front of Wright to clear the ball for Leeds United, because that would have been a certain goal had it fallen to Callum Wright at the far post. Brilliant move.
Yeah, outstanding, wasn't it? You know, I think Hardy's driving across, gets his head up, and just tries to fire it between the last defender and man. Excellent defender from Byram.
Mumba into Whittaker, tries to return it. Whittaker tries to get it back again and might have committed a foul on Cooper. Collected by Jaden Anthony. He looks to escape for Leeds United, who gets to halfway, and it's Joseph who turns it infield, gives it to Glenn Kamara, and the Finnish international just guides it all the way back to the goalkeeper. And even that, and Plymouth holding their own at this moment in time, and every time they've come forward they look like they've got the opportunity to score a goal.
Well, they have, because they just throw bodies at it. They're going forward with energy. 1, 2, 3 passes, there's balls coming into the box, or there's players receiving the ball in the 18-yard box. But you've got to look at the defending there by him. Not only did he get there before his man, but he actually set it for his defending players as well. He just stopped the ball. It's outstanding defending.
Plymouth beat Swansea at the weekend thanks to a goal from Morgan Whittaker, who joined from the Swans in the summer, and he enjoyed that. And they are an attacking side with a taste for goals. No one in the Championship, this is an unbelievable statistic this, no one in the Championship, not Leicester, not Leeds, have scored more goals at home than Plymouth this season. And Leeds have been dogged defensively all campaign, but haven't been half as good on the road as they have been at home. But they have won their last 3 on the road, Leeds United. Ball set back to Junior Firpo on halfway, clip forward into Pirro. He sends it on to Jaden Anthony, who tries to hold on to it, couldn't quite get there, and then it's sent forward, trying to find the run of Ryan Hardy. He didn't quite get there, and it's cleared away. Interesting happenings in League One tonight, because I think a game between Cambridge United and Bolton has been abandoned due to a waterlogged pitch after about 12 minutes. There's going to be a lot of rain around and snow around over the next few days, I'm afraid. So I hope nothing affects your travel plans. Do travel carefully. And Chris, you drive carefully tonight when you're going back to the northwest. Here's Nonto down the right side, another flashing ball through the 6-yard box, and again, no one there to finish it off.
Yeah, well, if you're Nonto, you're coming in at half-time saying what else do you want me to do. It's an excellent ball. I think Joseph's got to be a little bit braver there. Just try and get any contact. He might be taking a slow one from Hazard, but any contact from Joseph there, it's in the back of the net. It's an excellent ball in from Nonto.
Oh, it's a super ball from the Italian international, who really probably wasn't favourite to be able to get that in, because he was being so tightly marked, but he's wriggled through. He's got the right wing cross into the box, and it's completely missed. No one there to turn it home. And it remains 0-0 on TalkSport 2, and still Aston Villa and Chelsea await to know who they could face if they win tomorrow night, live on TalkSport. And the ball goes out of play over on the far side, and Plymouth just take a little bit of a breather. Leeds fans away to our right, all standing behind the goal, which Melier is currently defending, wrapped up against the elements in the Barn Park end. Plymouth fans trying to taunt the Leeds United fans with a rather unsavoury chant. And the ball is cleared out down towards this near side, and Cooper will allow it to run out of play. It's away for a throw-in deep inside Leeds United territory. Half an hour played. I saw that Meslier got a bit of praise actually for his performance on Friday night, because he didn't have much to do, but he didn't go to sleep, and when Bristol City did get those chances, he made big saves. He kept his concentration.
Yeah, that's what you have to do as a goalkeeper. I think his distribution was very, very good as well, but you have to be switched on, you know, in a game that, like you say, I think it was 70% possession in Leeds' favour. He's not really getting asked too many questions, but in that last little push of Bristol City, probably 10 minutes to go, he was asked some big questions, and he had all the answers, Sam.
Yeah, and especially when you have to keep your concentration in a team like this that often dominate the ball, and often you go large spells without having anything to do. And they've had 70% possession tonight, but yet they haven't had too many opportunities on goal. And in fact, Plymouth haven't had one on target yet, but they're coming forward now. And Mumba trying to get the ball into the box. It's blocked by Firpo. It was a lovely crossfield ball from left to right. Beautiful delivery.
He just took too long, Mumba. You know, I think he took a good first touch, but he doesn't have to take a second. I think that's when the cross has to come.
Oh, lovely little over by Whittaker, and it's in towards Mumba. Goes into the box, runs clear. It's shot towards goal by Sorinola, and it's blocked over the top by Roden, who manages to throw his body in front of him, deflected out for a corner. What a chance. And the little movement from Whittaker just to go over the ball and allow the ball to run through towards that right hand side was sublime.
That was outstanding. A great little break as well. Excellent ball in, but you've got to talk about the defender, Joe Rodham, and Sorinola's coming on to this. You're thinking it's in the back of the net. He throws himself at it. It's an excellent little block as well.
Corner far side, and they're crowding out Meslier here, putting him under real pressure. The 6'5" Frenchman, only 23 years of age. And Callum Wright just pushing and shoving inside the 6-yard box. Willie Nonto's being crowded out. Rob Jones had enough of this. He's going over to source it out because the corner kick can't be taken. Interestingly, I was working last night with Danny Murphy, and he was saying, well, why does the referee bother? Why does he turn around and say anything to them? Why don't he just let them get on with it, and if they commit a foul, give them a penalty?
I totally agree with that. I think the goalkeepers in this situation get far too much protection. This is the whole point of it, to put Meslier off.
Here is the corner. It's a short one taken to Mumba, who's allowed to strike from distance, and he hits the side netting. And after putting the goalkeeper under so much pressure and surrounding him, they didn't throw the ball underneath him.
I think it's one straight off the training ground. You know that Mumba's going to get the shot away there. Disappointingly enough that he doesn't hit the target, but even if he does hit the target, it's going through a lot of bodies for Meslier to kind of judge the flight of the ball.
And playing out from the back, and the high press was on, and they almost got caught by Ryan Hardy, and then Sorinola went across and stopped the ball from being cleared by Sam Byron. It's out for a throw-in over on the far side. TalkSport 2 on a Tuesday night, and I can tell you that in League One tonight there's been another goal not too far away in Exeter, where Peterborough are in front. They lead by 1-0. Burrow's penalty has put them in front, and Posh going very well at this moment in time. Will go up into second above Derby County if they win tonight. I think Adrian will be happy. We're buzzing off that. 12 minutes to go before half time, and we're awaiting our first goal here at Home Park in the rain. Meslier to take the kick. He's going to kick it long. He was going to go short, but I think they've realised that the high press has caused them far too many issues here, and it's probably best just to get it downfield. He can kick it long, and boy does he, right up into opposition territory. The second ball won by Joe Edwards, and then sent back by Firpo. Then it's cleared by Plymouth into the right wing position, and Mellier's come out to try and receive it, left fullback area, miscontrolled it and run the ball out of play. And they've taken the throw in quickly because they want to get things moving, because Meslier was out of his goal. They couldn't work a shooting opportunity, and Firpo puts it out for another throw in. He's scurrying back there for dear life though, wasn't he?
It's a poor decision from Meslier as well. There's enough pace on the ball that was just going to go out of play, you know, so I think let it go out for a goal kick.
Well, they've almost fumbled it once again. Meslier getting in front of Mumba, who was allowed to run in, and Liam Cooper just turned around to Meslier and went, no, that's the one I want you to come and get, not the other one. A little bit of a contretemps between the two. Liam Cooper is not shy about coming forward. Having a quick word with his goalkeeper, who kicks clear over the halfway line this time. Brendan Galloway with a header back into midfield. It's down by Gruev and touches it back to Byram, who finds Roden, then goes into midfield, and Gruev's got a chance to send it forward here, in behind Jayden Anthony, who turns, looks to try and bring the ball centrally. Gruev's got it back again a little bit too much space for him as he picks out a decent pass to the far side. Byram into Nonto. Nonto's offside.
Well, I think Byram can see that Nonto's offside there. You know, you don't expect it to come first time. It's an excellent little touch. Great ball from Gruev to spread it wide into that right channel as well. Byram's coming onto it. I'm watching. You know, the defensive line of Plymouth is excellent. You know, very easily the one drops there, a metre. Nonto's onside and he's getting a shot away on target there. But I've got to say they're holding the line very, very well. But great little bit of quality from Byram. But he knows that Nonto's offside, so just take the touch in, get at your man, and create that 1v1 scenario.
Ian Foster thought that his side played maybe Leeds too much respect in the first 25 minutes of the first game. They certainly haven't been passive here in front of this crowd tonight.
It makes a difference though when you're playing at home. You know, there's a reason why they've scored so many goals here at home. The fans play a massive part. The players buy into that. When you capitalise and you score your goals when you're on top, then you manage the game. It's a little bit easier. But when you're up against a strong challenge, you're up against a strong outfit like Leeds, you have to make sure that you get in their faces. They make it very, very difficult. And off the back of it, they could have had a couple of opportunities, could have had the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, absolutely. Jayden Anthony just went swiping through Mumba there. He completely mistimed his challenge, and it was a pretty hefty one. The referee just gave the free kick, nothing more than that. Roden, an attempt to clear, ended up finding Sorinola. That was a late challenge by Sam Byram. That's going to be a free kick 4 yards in from the left touchline, and a chance for Plymouth Argyle to try and create something. Plymouth Argyle, who started the day in 15th position in the Championship, looking up. The playoffs don't look too far away. Looking down, the relegation zone looks too close, I think, and Ian Foster will want to try and get them far away as possible from those bottom three places as soon as possible, and start to think about possibly sneaking in. Anyone can sneak in the Championship. We've seen it happen before. Maybe it will be them this year. It's a lovely touch by Pirot, and it was an over-committed Morgan Whittaker who he took out of the game, former teammate of his. Plays it out towards the wide right, and Willie Nonto takes on the defender, gets to the edge of the penalty area, weaves his way into crossing space. Brilliant little bit of control, plays it across the face of goal. It's blocked by the defender, and it's excellent defending, in fact. Brilliant from Randall getting back there to help out his defence, and it goes behind and away for a corner kick.
Well, I think that's just part of parcel, isn't it? It's taking responsibility, going helping your wide man out, and he done his job. You know, I think Willie Nonto manipulating the ball very, very well, trying to take it to the touchline. Randall was with him all the way. It was excellent because there was 3-4 Leeds shots just waiting for that little cutback as well.
It's a corner far side for Leeds United. 0-0 the score. It's whipped in left-footed right into the near post. It's a poor delivery, and I think Gruev will be a little bit disappointed with that.
Well, he's been very good tonight, hasn't he, Gruev, with his distribution. So yeah, I totally agree. I think when you've got that quality, both feet as well, I think you can put it right on the money.
Here he is again on the ball on the right side from the throw-in opposite us, midway inside Plymouth territory. Back to the halfway line they go. Cooper just in front of the centre circle, prods it towards the right, and then it's a little bit loose from Roden, who was under pressure from Callum Wright, and it goes out of play and away for a throw-in to Plymouth Argyle. Motherwell lead Ross County by 3-0. Still just the 2 goals elsewhere tonight. Coventry 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1 is the latest scoreline from the game in the FA Cup. And the other games are 0-0. Here's Jayden Anthony, played to the edge of the box, trying to come in on his right foot, wandered into a cul-de-sac, gives it to Pirot, who's dispossessed by Wright, and now a chance maybe for Plymouth to escape. Joe Edwards sends it wide towards the left. Hardy keeps it in by the touchline. He comes infield, right-footed, clips it forward, and it'll be away by Firpo, as well positioned in front of Morgan Whittaker, and it comes out towards this near side.
I think that was an excellent opportunity there from Jayden Anthony. I think he's got to just the way to pass, feel it into Joseph, who's central. No, I know he's before he even received the ball, he's wanting to create that angle and get his shot away. But he's just got to pick his player out who's central, and I think he's unmarked as well. He's on the right side of his defender. There, Joseph was.
Yeah, I don't think he needed to come in and drive into the traffic. That was the problem. And once he'd done that, there was no way through there was a lot of green shirts behind the ball, and they stopped him from getting his shot away. 5 minutes to go before half-time. Up to Joseph, who plays it wide to the right. Nonto's been lively. It looks as if he's trying to play himself into a bit of form now. Glenn Kamara plays it further wide. It was a bit behind Sam Byram, which meant he had to check his run and come a little bit deeper, but Kamara will try and find him with a second ball, which is inaccurate, and stepping in to win it was Sorinola, and it's clear by Plymouth. Whittaker back to Callum Wright, halfway line, skips past one challenge and sends it back to Sorinola, who then decides to go back to his goalkeeper for safety. And Plymouth have it once again. The atmosphere really good inside the stadium tonight at Home Park. It's a neat little ground actually, on the edge of a little park, which I walked through earlier on today. And there's lots of stuff going on outside for the families to get involved with pre-match. It's a all-seater stadium of well-appointed nature. It's one tier for three sides of the ground and two big tiers on this side of the ground. This is the oldest stand out of the four inside the stadium. We've still got the big iron post holding up the roof here. There is talk about the possibility of a new stadium, but this is good enough really, and they need to probably just refurbish this particular stand and then they'll be flying.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's outstanding. It's came a long way, hasn't it?
Well, they've let it go with this one, because I remember they used to have like a little actual commentary box here where we were at the back of the main stand. That's all gone now. It's all been refitted out.
They're closing the corners as well, can't they? This side.
Yeah, big opportunity here, and it's a big catchment area as well. If they were to get to the Premier League, I imagine they'll be selling out week in, week out. I mean, they're selling out tonight, but it's a big catchment area of people that want to come and watch decent football, and certainly Plymouth do play decent football, as do Leeds United, but no one has made the breakthrough up until this point, and it's still 0-0 between Plymouth Argyle of the Championship and promotion-chasing Leeds United. They are involved in that promotion race, which, because of the nature of those others who are fighting for it, allows them almost no room for error. And I wonder whether or not that sort of crept into the mind of Daniel Farker when he was thinking about picking his team tonight. Ball sent across by Hardy, who won it from Roden. Pirro gets back to help out his midfield, and then Gruev turned into trouble. The ball ricochets kindly for Brendan Galloway, who pushes the ball over halfway towards the left, and Callum Wright. Plymouth have the ball. Swished from one side of the pitch to the other. Junior Firpo comes across, heads it down. Mumba couldn't get there. Picked up by Jaden Anthony, and he drives infield through the centre circle. Lays it off to Pirro, back into midfield and Gruev, and again, just a lot maybe happening, Chris, inside that middle strip of the pitch at this moment in time, and not enough inventive football at either end. They've just taken their foot off the gas a little bit after a really fast start.
Yeah, I think so. I think when you're looking at Randall and Edwards for Plymouth in that central area, I think they've got their second win now. They're up to speed. The distance between the lines are good. So where are you going to get joy? It's down the flanks, isn't it? When you've got the likes of Jaden Anthony and Nonto, just give them the ball, keep giving them on. You've got Byram and Firpo overlapping, underlapping, and creating those little overloads.
It's a lovely ball forward by Roden, which Joseph was trying to grab onto. It was right through the middle of the pitch and sort of dissected the midfield and then the back line, but it was good, strong defending by Gibson to stop Joseph from darting after it.
And I think it's something that's been needed tonight. I think Matteo Joseph really impressed me just with his movement. He keeps them all occupied. They have to be switched on. He plays right across the line, and at that time Gibson followed him all the way. And it's just that little body, little shoulder into the body, just kind of stumped the run a little bit, but I think his movement's been outstanding tonight.
90 seconds to go before half-time. Melier comes a couple of paces out of his penalty area, and in the wet and the wild, Roden turns around, has a word with Sam Byram, gives it back to Melier, who then kicks long down the right side of the field, but he gets caught up in the wind, and Saranola can come across and take it out of the sky, and Plymouth have got it back again. Just started to nullify Leeds United at this moment in time, as it's played off the body of Willie Nonto and out for a throw-in down in the left full-back area. Ian Foster just having a word with his bench and the fourth official as well down in front of us, and Daniel Farker still patrolling inside that technical area. I haven't spoke to Daniel Farker for a little while. I wonder if he's still wears that very potent aftershave that he used to wear when he was at Norwich City.
Creed?
It's Creed, yeah. He just wears a lot of it, doesn't he? And you can sort of smell him from a distance. The fact that I said it and you knew exactly what it was tells its own story, I think. Here is Glenn Kamara down the left-hand side, playing Anthony, who's trying to trick his way into a shooting position. Back to Kamara, crosses the ball towards the far post, headed down by Nonto intelligently, picked up by Byram, right edge of the area, back to Nonto, goes past the defender, tries to get the cross in, brilliant defending. Sorinola did well, dived in, made the challenge in the block. It then came back off Nonto, went behind and away for a goal kick, and that brings to an end what has been a very good first 45 minutes, I think, from both teams. Junior Firpo was not in the Leeds lineup when they came out. Rob Jones was counting and going, where's the other one? And Firpo came out last, very, very late, and the referee just tapped at his watch and said, "Hey, excuse me, we're waiting for you." We are on the way at the start of the second half. No changes from either of the two managers, and it's all white shirts for Leeds United attacking the goal away to our right, where their fans are behind the goal, and Plymouth all in green attacking the goal away to our left, and immediately right on the front foot, and it comes out towards the edge of the box, and the shot from Randall is well wide of the goal as it dropped out of the sky. It's a difficult one to hit. He hit it first time and he dragged it 5 yards wide. He would have liked to have scored a second goal against Leeds United.
Well, it's intent as well. Callum Wright has that opportunity, doesn't even need to beat his man, just puts the ball in. I've got to say, Leeds don't really defend it well, get the first contact header, but Randall's onto it. It's just a poor connection. He just doesn't time it right, doesn't he?
Byram up to Nonto. I'll run through the 2-11s for you in just a second. Byram gets it back in the right fullback position and sends it across to Liam Cooper. Cooper plays it wide onto Firpo, and it's taken on by Gruev, who brings in Jaden Anthony. A little body swerve by the Bulgarian, gets the ball forward up to Joel Perreault. He can't hold the ball. He should have really have done better with his touch there to try and find Matteo Joseph, but he didn't. He lost it, and it eventually goes down the plane away for a Plymouth throw in their right full-back position. So this is our Plymouth line-up. It's Hazard in goal, Phillips, Gibson and Galloway, a very strong back three. Mumba at right wing-back, Sorinola at left wing-back, Edwards and Randall in the centre, Whittaker and Wright behind Hardy in attack. Leeds United have Meslier in goal. They've got Sam Byram, Rodham, Cooper and Firpo the back four. Kamara and Gruev as the two holding midfield players, with Anthony and Nonto flanking Joseph and Pirro. Joseph the furthest forward out of those two, and Pirro just playing off him. Both had great chances in the first half. Joseph and Pirro both hit the frame of the goal, but it is 0-0 at half-time. Here's Chris Omelamo.
Yeah, I was looking at there. I think Hardy's he's tried to protect himself, but he's put the hand in the face of Firpo. A little bit of a sore one there. Now, I think, like Joe Perreault, that ball that was played from Gruev, he's wanting it in behind. He's running in behind, and he's trying to kind of work his feet, understanding he probably should do better and just stop and take control of it, but he's just trying to flick it to Joseph first time. And I just think he wants it in behind. That's where he's running. When he's on the move, the big man he is, he can move, to be fair.
Cooper takes it wide and down the left-hand side, feeds Joseph, who's backing into the defender, pokes it back brilliantly into Kamara. They wanted to shift that onto the right-hand side. Kamara delayed the pass. It was blocked, but they still got hold of it here. It's moved further out to the wide left now, where it's collected by Firpo, who returns it to Jaden Anthony. Anthony pulls it into the penalty area, and he turns and shoots Joseph under no pressure, and then fell over backwards and played the ball straight against the defender and couldn't get enough power in the shot to cause any damage to the goalkeeper away to our right. They come again with Anthony over on the left-hand touchline. He moves infield, weaves onto his right foot, will shoot here. It's blocked by Randall and bounces to halfway.
He very rarely goes round the outside, Anthony. He always wants to come on to his right. I think quite easy to defend against. In fairness in that, I think Firpo having a great understanding, way to pass down the outside. He's got it back to Joseph there, and to be fair, it's an excellent block, but it was always behind him, so he can't really get any contact or touches to get his foot behind the ball and steer it on goal.
You're listening to TalkSport 2, and it is Plymouth Argyle 15th in the Championship 0, Leeds United 0 at the moment. We will have goals tonight at some way, shape or form, even if it means we have to take kicks from the penalty mark a little bit later on, because we could have extra time and penalties here. I don't think Leeds United in particular want extra time, and certainly those Leeds fans who have made the journey don't want extra time. What do you mean you? Here's Pirro taking the ball down, moving in towards the inside left channel. He tries a shot, saved by the goalkeeper, and Nonto allows it to go out for a corner. Good feet there by Pirro, gets to the edge of the penalty area, cut it on his left foot, struck it high towards the goalkeeper's left, and made a good save.
Yeah, he did. I think Pirro made it all himself. He just kind of opened up the goal. It's straight at Hazard, isn't it? You know, he's got to try and pick one of the corners. He's gotten away from Gibson there, so I just think he's got to pick one of the corners out.
You're not getting home till about 5 o'clock in the morning anyway. I wouldn't worry about it.
If it goes to extra time and penalties, it's 4:30, isn't it?
Here's Nonto down the right hand side, strikes it against Joe Edwards. There's half-hearted appeals for handball. Don't think there was anything really in that. Nonto's got it back on the right side, and then Glenn Kamara has worked it out to Roden. Roden plays it into Nonto, who's midway inside opposition territory, and runs infield and then clips it over the top. Jaden Anthony, who was the deepest of the Leeds players, comes forward. He's a little bit slow in the build-up here, Leeds United, to get the ball back forward, but they have got it out to Sam Byram, who steered it centrally. It was a dangerous pass, a tricky and risky pass, which he ended up giving straight to a green jersey. Callum Wright sends a hopeful ball down the left, but I think it went out of play before it goes into the left wing position for Hardy to chase, and it's out for a throw-in on this near touchline, 0-0.
Well, Callum Wright doesn't even look. He knows that Hardy is going to be breaking his neck to get in behind there. Just didn't have the quality just to keep it in. But it's high intensity again from Plymouth. Can they go forward quickly? Yes, they can. They don't even need to look. It's willing runners that they have an understanding about what they want to do.
Backing off here because Leeds are coming forward again over on the far touchline. The ball is picked up by Jaden Anthony, goes on the outside first time, and then on the inside, gets the return ball, tries to play it inside the box, weaves his way into the area, plays it through the 6-yard box. It's cleared by Randall. And again, maybe just too many touches. Might be being harsh on Jaden Anthony, but to me it looked like too many touches.
No, I agree. You know, I think good understanding between Jaden Anthony and Firpo there. As soon as he's cut it back, I'd rather him just go for goal. You know, he's at a tight angle as well, but he can actually, the connection that he can make can really cause Hazard all sorts of problems. He's just trying to find a body. It's too many Plymouth bodies in that to be able to pick a Leeds player out.
Yeah, and at some point you've got to pull the trigger and try and test the goalkeeper. 52 minutes on the clock. Here is Glenn Kamara playing it down towards Anthony again. He's had a lot of the ball, runs to the edge of the area, feeds it into Firpo. Firpo tries to feed the ball in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. It takes a deflection, it goes behind off the retreating Ash Phillips and is out for a corner on the far side, but they've revved it up again, Leeds.
That's the exact same, isn't it? You want Firpo. It's a great way to pass from Jaden Anthony. Firpo's in behind, he can see the goal. He tries a little one with the outside of his right to pick up Pirro, or even pick up Joseph there. Have a go. Have a go at goal.
Plymouth have scored 3 goals in each of their last 5 home games, but on the back foot here. It's swirled in towards the far post. It's over the head of everybody. Jaden Anthony's corner is not particularly good. It goes straight out of play and away for a goal kick away to our right. Leeds come to Home Park with a 10-game unbeaten run to protect against Plymouth. The last win in this fixture came all the way back in 1988-89 for Plymouth here down at Home Park, although this is the first showdown on Argyle's turf since November 2006. There's no doubt that Plymouth were better in the second half against Leeds 10 days ago. Ryan Hardy had an effort cleared off the line by Sam Byram before Randall got the equaliser 17 minutes from time, but it's Leeds who are the aggressors here. Byram into the box, fires it, comes back to Pirro, edge of the area, takes a touch, gets to, then he's shot away, left-footed, it's blocked into the air by Gibson, still loose inside the area. Gibson gets it clear for a second time after a poor clearance by Edwards. Comes back out to Firpo, works it to Kamara. Kamara tries to turn away from Edwards once again. He holds on to it maybe a little bit too long, but spreads it to Anthony, who takes on Mumba in the full-back position. Tries to play it off Firpo and get it back again. It's cleared away and out for a throw into Leeds, who have started to put the pressure on this rather resilient Plymouth back line.
Yeah, they're moving around now with real good quality. Pirro chooses this opportunity, this one. He opens the goal up the same and he just tries to find the bottom corner. It's an excellent block as well. I think it was Randall again. You know, he's made some really decisive decisions, hasn't he?
I think it was Gibson actually who got out to him, the big central defender, who went closing down and stretching out his right foot to block it. I just wonder whether or not, Chris, if you're in that situation, it always looks, if you're on your left foot on the edge of the area and you cut inside, you've taken a touch, and he moved inside, but you're going to steer it into the far corner. Is it sometimes better actually to give everybody the eyes and draw it back towards the near side?
Well, you can. I think Gibson would have got the block in either way there, but just manipulate the ball again.
Joseph trying to get a shot away, down low towards the goalkeeper's right, takes a deflection and goes wide of the post.
Well, I'm looking, is it a deflection? Is it another save? Did Hazard get a hand to it? I tell you, Joseph, great little bit of control, and he turns quickly and he just takes a shot on. I think it's off the sole, isn't it?
Yeah, it's off the sole of the defender. It's Gibson again who's got out to him very quickly.
He manipulated the ball very, very well, close control, turned and got the shot away. It's an excellent defending as well, just to get the take it wide.
They've had chances again tonight, Leeds United. Ball in towards the near post. Again, it doesn't beat the first man and goes out and away for another corner. If you're a centre forward and you're waiting for a delivery like that, and then you get one that goes right over your head and another one that goes straight out off the first defender, what are you thinking?
Yeah, he's just trying to be safe there, wasn't he? I think you've just got to believe in it and make sure you've got the contact. Trust me, how many corners he'll take in training.
Ball in towards the far post. Firpo trying to reach it. Again, it's too heavy. He's not going to get there. It goes behind the way for a goal kick as Sekou Mara scores for Southampton to give them a lead against Watford. It means at this moment in time, Southampton going through to round 5 to play at Anfield. Russell Martin gets the opportunity to take on Jurgen Klopp. That, if it stays as it is down at St Mary's at this moment in time. And if you want round the grounds coverage tonight, by the way, it is available on TalkSport 2. Coventry City leads Sheffield Wednesday by 2-1. And here it's still 0-0. Willie Nonto diving down the right-hand side, trying to get on the end of a long ball. He's not going to reach it, goes out of play.
Yeah, and the linesman was saying he was onside there. I thought that was the clearest offside of the night as well.
Well, either they're really good at offsides and we haven't seen them, or you should be getting a new job as an assistant referee. Now you're back in training, you and those thighs.
I've done the refs course.
I did hear that, yeah. You did quite a lot of courses.
I wouldn't be allowed to ref.
Why?
You can't referee any of your old clubs. You can't referee any of the rivals. You can't rivals.
Well, you're in a massive disadvantage then, because you've got more clubs than Tiger Woods. 57 minutes gone. The ball down the left-hand side has been played by Firpo against the defender. It's gone out for another corner for Anthony to take. Did I tell you that before you did the course?
Well, I pulled out the course, but it was the exact same. I got asked to sit on the FA panel to give out the punishments and that.
Yeah.
The exact same. Old clubs, rival. I was saying, you're never going to ask me. You're never going to need me.
You've got no chance. 57 gone. Here's the corner from the far side. Whipped in, right-footed. It's under the goalkeeper who got some punch on that pushed it away off the top of the head of the on-rushing Matteo Joseph, and it goes out over on the far side, and Leeds recycle it again. 3-1 to Coventry against Sheffield Wednesday. They're going through, and they're going to play Maidstone United in the next round of the competition. Jayden Anthony runs up towards the right angle of the penalty area on the left-hand side. Firpo gets it back from Kamara. Kamara tries to play it again, but it's too intricate from Leeds United, and at some stage you're going to try and get the ball in the box, or they're going to get hit on the counter-attack, and Callum Wright is trying to ensure that happens now, although he's played a poor ball backwards. He then committed a foul, and yet it was breaking up the promising attack, which is why he's going to get a yellow card.
Yeah, Callum Wright, I think he had to pull Nonto back there. It's an excellent break. Jayden Anthony getting caught in possession, and straight away Harvey does his job. Callum Wright goes on and he's driving forward. Nonto gets back, but yeah, he had to take one. It's a yellow card for the team there with Callum Wright.
Coventry 4-1 up against Sheffield Wednesday now. That game almost over. Leeds haven't won the FA Cup since 1972. Alan Clark scoring the goal. It was the third time that they tried to win it. They then finished runners-up the following year. It was a consistent run of appearances around that time, where they were one of the best teams in the country under the legendary Don Revie. But they usually ended in disappointment. They were runners-up to Chelsea in 1970 after a replay, and they haven't been back to the final since they finished runners-up in 1973. They almost won the league when they won the cup in 1972. They were one game away from doing that as well. But those times of domination now few and far between. They spent most of the last 20 years outside the top flight. They had a brief revival under Marcelo Bielsa. Jesse Marsh was in there for a while too. But they surrendered at the end of last season. ended up perishing back down to the Championship, but now they want to go back there under Daniel Farker. Tonight it's all about getting through to the next round of the competition, something that Plymouth haven't done since 2007. The ball played off Nonto by Brendan Galloway. He realised that Joseph was in an offside position, therefore the ball coming off Nonto meant that it was an offside decision against the Leeds United forward. Got a little bit lucky there, I think.
Yeah, he did. It was Callum Wright who was in possession of the ball and slid and kicked it back to his defender. Brendan Galloway was going to let the ball go out for a throw-in, which would have went to Leeds, of course, and then he's kind of realised where the ball came from and had a little kind of bit of a panic up, allowing Nonto to come and put some pressure on him there. Yeah, very fortunate.
60 minutes on the clock. Ball kicked clear by Hazard. Assisted down by Sorinola. They can't keep hold of possession at all here, Plymouth, and as a result of that the ball is eventually out of play and away for a throw-in in the right wing position. 60 minutes on the clock. You're listening to TalkSport 2 with Carling, the official beer of the FA Cup. Over 18s only, please drink responsibly. Marching on together, the famous Leeds United chant goes up from the away end away to our right hand side. 2,000 of them here tonight who have made that arduous journey, that long snaking journey down the country. I don't think you realise how far Plymouth is until you get to Plymouth, turn on your Google Maps and do that thing where you see the little blue dot and then you see where your home is and you realise you are miles from anywhere. It's a lovely place to come, but it is a very long way. A very long way from anywhere, from pretty much anywhere. You know, Exeter maybe 40 minutes down the road, but the nearest Premier League club to here, I'm trying to think, is probably what, Chelsea? I don't think so. Here is Jayden Anthony on the right hand side into Nonto. It's a shame actually that the South West hasn't had a Premier League club yet. And think of a nice August bank holiday game down here. Bow in midfield, free kick given to Leeds United. Sekumara's got a second goal for Southampton. It's Mina as well. I mean, Plymouth obviously a very well supported club, but every trip that they go on is a massive one, isn't it? I mean, the travel bill must be huge.
There's an airport, wasn't there? Surely they would fly, no?
No. There are a few financial difficulties, haven't they, over the years? Actually, I think they've got that sorted now, but for a long time it wasn't the case. Here's Nonto, infield to Byron. Back out to Nonto, tries to take on the fullback, and it's very, very tight now. No quarter given or asked. No one really wants to give away their place in this competition, and you do hope that it doesn't come from a mistake. Sorinola's got hit in the face, and he felt the full force of that. And Brendan Galloway is taking his time over taking this throw-in from the near touchline. There was some suggestion he might go to the AFCON, actually, with Zimbabwe, but didn't end up getting involved with that. Brendan Galloway. Stay with Plymouth Argyle. Randall has bent a ball into the right corner of the field. Mumba is trying to get on the end of it, and what speed he's shown to get there as well. He's linked up with Whittaker, edge of the area, drives it into the box. It wasn't a great delivery. Half cleared by Leeds United. Can they counter-attack now? Well, Kamara's got to get the ball moving a little bit more aggressively and faster, but he was a bit too reticent to go forward there, Chris.
Yeah, his first touch was back and it just called I think it was Jayden Anthony breaking his neck to get round outside of him there, and I think he just has to wait a pass into his path for Jayden Anthony to run. He's got a full half to run into as well there.
Ian Foster's Green Army is the one that is the chant that's going around the ground here at Home Park as Leeds United get the ball on the halfway line. I wonder if Daniel Farker will start thinking about making some changes, maybe introduce some of his big hitters. Patrick Bamford, who had a really tough time for the early part of the season, but has got 4 goals in his last 7 appearances.
I think he's a very, very good player, Patrick Bamford. You know, for a striker, you just need to get the minutes. Big opportunity as well. Missed a couple of penalties. It's one of the, should never take one again, in fairness.
Just don't do it, Patrick. There's too many memes. Here is Byram on the right-hand side, cutting infield, trying to take on right. We have to be a little bit careful now after picking up that yellow card. Commits a foul, which gives a free kick to Leeds United. 6 yards back from the edge of the penalty area, wide on this right-hand side. And this time they've got to get the delivery right, haven't they?
No, they have. I think that quality is definitely is it. Jadon Anthony again. Yeah, it's just this is something. He's obviously the man, the technician that can put the ball right in the money. He's just been a little bit off, hasn't he? I think he's struggling, isn't he?
Can't be that ball in the face. He's back up on his feet again now. He knows that if he does get attention, he has to go off for 30 seconds, which is why a lot of them now get back to their feet very, very quickly. Anthony is lining up the free kick on this near side, the right. He's got Liam Cooper at the far post. 5 other white shirts to aim at. Mateo Joseph trying to get across the near post. Pirro is in there as well. Anthony will take this right-footed. Hands in the air. He delivers the ball towards the far post. Flipped away brilliantly by Brendan Galloway. And he's out towards the far side by Plymouth. They did very well defending that set piece. That was a much better delivery though.
Yeah, much better. Everyone made the same run and found themselves under. I think if 3's going to go, one has to just sit out. And they're coming onto that, then they've got a chance to kind of get an opportunity at goal there.
Kamara strides forward, plays it out wide towards the right. And James Anthony tried to roll the ball inside again from the right side this time, and Mumba timed his tackle well, but not as well as Byram did. Lovely little over by Kamara into Nonto, edge of the area, right-footed shot. It's a terrific Leeds United goal. Willie Nonto with a finish from the edge of the area. It's 2-2 for him, but it was brilliant football all around. Sam Byron stealing the ball high up on the right-hand side. Lovely ball infield through the legs of Kamara, who did a brilliant little over. They worked it to Willie Nonto right in the middle of the D. He unleashed a firecracker past the goalkeeper, and Leeds United lead at home park by 1-0.
It's an excellent finish, isn't it? As soon as he gets it Nonto, great first touch. I've got to say, Conor Hazard's probably unsighted with the defender in front, but he just punched it into the bottom left-hand corner. All came from Sam Byram, isn't it? He intercepted it. Little ball inside, little Megs. Joseph sets it, comes back to Kamara, he finds Nonto. First touch in the D is excellent. Second one's a shot, puts it into the bottom left-hand corner. What a finish that is.
Terrific goal from Leeds United, winning the ball back high up inside Plymouth territory and finished beautifully by Willie Nonto.
Yeah, through the legs of Ashley Phillips here as well. Very difficult for Conor Hazard to see that, the flight of the ball, but excellent manipulation of the ball. Little move, great little touch, and then just picks his spots. Excellent goal.
What a finish that is, by the way. What a player. Willie Nonto, 20 years of age, grew in confidence after his goal on Friday. It was only his second goal of the season and his first since August, and he's got 2 in 2 now because he scored again tonight, and it might be the goal that takes them through to the 5th round of the competition. Willie Nonto is the cry from the Leeds United fans away to our right hand side. 23 minutes to go for Plymouth to get back into the game, and Leeds, who have dominated the encounter but haven't really tested Hazard too much, have scored the opener. Pirro, edge of the area, trying a shot from distance which cannons into the air. Joseph always trying to get the better of Wright, who's made a little bit of a mistake here, and they put it behind and away for another corner.
Yeah, I'm looking at that there. I think Callum Wright just took too many touches. I think Willie Nonto took a bit of a sore one down the Achilles from Soranillo. Just looking at it, there's just the studs down the outside of the left foot there. Oh, from Willie Nonto. Yeah, it's not a nice one.
No, I'm not a big fan of getting that down the back of your ankle. That's the worst one, and then the one down the side, the studs on the side. Ouch. It stings for a little bit, especially on a night like this. Here's the corner, this time taken by Gruev, deep towards the far post, and Roden was coming in underneath it. It bounces down on the edge of the 6-yard box, and then it's cleared away into the midpoint of the Plymouth half. But again, the pressure keeps coming.
Well, they have to be brave, Plymouth. They have to weather this storm.
Here is Jadon Anthony chipping the ball into the box, but it's missing everybody. He just didn't get his head up and see where the white shirts were. It went over the head of everyone and just dribbled behind.
Yeah, I think he's taking it onto his left as well. He does favour to come onto his right. As soon as he does, it's just he's just thinking about the contact. Got too much purchase on it there.
We are Leeds, scream the supporters behind the goal away to our right, and it's Leeds at this moment in time, because Plymouth just cannot get hold of the ball. Buoyed by that score from Willie Nonto, Leeds completely on the front foot now. And I tell you what, if I was Daniel Farker, I'd be thinking about taking Willie Nonto off, because he doesn't look 100% comfortable, and he's not the kind of player I'd want to lose.
No, I agree with that. In fairness, I think before the game against Bristol City, a lot of the fans are putting on the social media about they need a big performance from him.
Yeah, well, he's given two now.
Exactly that. He took a little, I think it was a stud to the big toe earlier on in this second half, Sam, but he has been carrying that.
Archie Gray's about to come on for Leeds United as Hazard is pressed by Joseph to get out of that, and Roden is beaten to it by Wright, who then calls him back. That's going to be a yellow card for him. Wright was escaping there on the halfway line, and Roden took emergency action, gets a yellow card as a result.
Yeah, I think it's one of them. As soon as Callum Wright gets the other side, it's taken one for the team. It's just a natural thing now for these players to do. I think some were instructed to know Burnley last season. Vincent Kompany told all his players that no matter where you are, you take them down, you take a yellow card. And one of my good friends, Jack Cott, wasn't too happy with it, but he had a few suspensions.
Here they come into the area, Hardy, but the offside flag was up.
Yeah, just went too early there, Callum Wright. Excellent little kind of dink into him. It's actually Hardy. Good little take on the chest, spinning, got the shot away, but offside. Easy, just went too early.
So the substitute about to take place, and Archie Gray's coming on for Glenn Kamara, and the other change is going to see Gelhardt come on for Willie Nonto. So they are going to move things around and going to protect the goal scorer, Willie Nonto.
Yeah, he's been good. I think direct, had a couple of opportunities, good quality coming in from the right hand side, especially some crosses in that the first half. But Gedstead, for me, I like him. I think he's aggressive, he's a willing runner in behind, good technical player.
Had a spell on loan at Sunderland, didn't he, last year in the Championship, and he's back with Leeds United this season. He's off the benches to try and influence the proceedings as Callum Wright comes off, Isaka comes on. One of only 5 outfield substitutes been named by Ian Foster, because he just hasn't got the options, I'm afraid. So Freddie Isaka comes on to replace Callum Wright. It's a like-for-like change. The 17-year-old Welsh forward Isaka, wearing 35. 17, has he got to get up to study A-levels tomorrow? He'll be in sixth form in the morning. I wonder if he has to have a special note of dispensation to be here this evening. Here is Matteo Joseph getting it back to Roden, out towards the near side. Leeds dominating possession. Gelhardt plays it infield. It's taken on by Byram, who did so well for the goal. Gelhardt takes over. Lovely feet. Plays it into Pirro. Pirro on the edge of the area. Lovely little turn by him on the edge of the D. Tries to set it back to the edge of the area for Junior Firpo. Then to Jayden Anthony. Good football by Leeds United. Patient build-up. Anthony trying to find a way to get the ball to a white shirt, but there's lots of green shirts as well. It's whacked goalwards by Gray, and it's well wide of the left-hand upright in the end.
Well, I don't mind that at all. They're moving the ball quickly. As soon as Archie Gray gets the ball there, just good first touch, and then he's put everything into it. Just never had the accuracy to work the target, but just with how they're moving the ball, always got an option. Leeds there takes it out the Plymouth defence. Those two defensive units moving, having to be switched on, concentrated at all times.
Well, both Leeds and Plymouth are without several key first-teamers at the moment. Pascal Strike is out for Leeds United. He's having a adductor injury. Dan James has still got a groin problem. Stuart Dallas, Darlow, both long-term absentees. Jamie Shackleton went down ill this week. They've signed Connor Roberts from Burnley, and he's not available because he wasn't registered in time for the original tie, but he will be back and available at the weekend. And actually, I saw Con earlier on today. He was with the team and he was warming up on the pitch.
I think it's a fantastic signing. I think the experience, that the leadership in the dressing room as well, fantastic professional, but he delivers that energy, that right up and that down that right hand side. He brings goals.
Right back has been a bit of a problem for them. Here on the left-hand side is Isaka for Plymouth Argyle on the attack, trying to find a leveller. He goes on the outside of Sam Byron, gets a little push in the back, goes down. Referee is unmoved. The Plymouth fans want a penalty. What say you, Chris Awelamo?
Well, I just don't think you can do it. Why give the referee a... For me, it's a penalty kick. It's a penalty kick, isn't it? Why give the referee an option? You know, Isaka's in the box, he's got his body between ball and man, the hands up.
It's not a shoulder charge, no, it's a left hand in the side of his body.
You're looking at
fortunate?
Yeah, I think he is fortunate. You're looking at Robert Jones' position in there. Is he behind? Does he think it's a shoulder? But it's definitely, for me, it's a penalty kick, looking at it on the monitor.
When you see what penalties are given for nowadays, with the little touches on the top of the boots and stuff like that, you know, that was certainly more of a sort of destabilising effect, wasn't it? Because it was in the side of the body.
But you look at Isaka's reaction as well. He wasn't gesturing to the referee.
He's 17. He's scared of everyone.
As much pressure as he possibly can.
Yeah. He says, having done it, he's been there, seen it, done it. Got the promotion T-shirts. He's got loads of them. He said earlier on today he wasn't a good trainer. He's back in the gym now, Chris Awelamo, and he looks like he's a good trainer. Big and strong as always. Certainly an intimidating prospect when he used to play up front for a variety of clubs in the EFL and the Premier League. And for Scotland, of course, and Chris is going to be part of our team in the European Championships in the summer. We're bringing you the opening game, Germany against Scotland, and we're all very much looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Exciting times.
Here is Gilhart on the right-hand side, gets the better of Sorinola and then loses the ball because he lost his coordinates. Was given away though cheaply by Randall, and Pirro is going to snatch on this high inside opposition territory, but his heavy touch just allowed Gibson to close the ground very quickly, snaffle it back and clear it out towards the far side. Good defending by Gibson.
Yeah, it was. You know, I think Pirro gave him far too much of the ball. Jaden Anthony was there, was it all?
A few tired limbs out there now, giving away free kicks and loose passes. I think the heavy ground, because of the water that's been on the pitch, because the rain's been so relentless during the course of the 77 minutes that we've had up until now, has sapped some limbs. Certainly Sorinola on this near side is feeling the ailments of war. Rodon's just trying to steal the ball away from Isaka. He's given a free kick. It's going to be a free kick to Plymouth, 15 yards back from the edge of the area.
Well, he's got to be careful. No yellow card, isn't he? You know, I think it's a silly one to give away. You know, do your job defensively, up, marshal and let them know that you're there. But any little lazy little foot in there, the referee, if the yellow card comes out, second yellow, it's here. It's game on.
Caleb Roberts about to come on for Plymouth Argyle. And it's Sorinola who's going off. Quite a like-for-like switch that. We might have to shift things around a little bit. Caleb Roberts, who made his debut at Leeds, filling in midfield for Houghton. Did very well. He's only 18 years of age. There's a good young group here, actually. And I was speaking to a supporter at half-time saying they're a tiny little team, aren't they? I mean, they'll be all right in the championship this season, no doubt.
Yeah, I think so. You know, I think if you look at the teams that are in the relegation zone, I don't see them producing too many wins unless the form completely changes. So I think that's it's a good season for them to find their feet.
Whittaker towards the far post, bang across the face of goal, and chested in brilliantly by Brendan Galloway to equalise for Plymouth. Great set-piece routine, floated to the far post, crossfield ball from the edge of the 6-yard box. It came to Galloway, who chested it home just in front of the empty net, and it's game on at Home Park with 12 minutes to go.
Well, that's an excellent goal, isn't it? It's an excellent free kick to the back post area. Whittaker keeps it alive. I've got to say, Galloway has to react so quickly because the ball comes at such a pace as well. He just gets the contact. The goalkeeper's out the mission already, and he just steals it goalwards. I'm looking at onside as well. It's Ashley Phillips at the back post, and you know what, he just tests it in. I'm telling you, it's an excellent goal. Doesn't know much about it, but he just knows he just has to steer it goalwards. Fantastic play from Ashley Phillips, keeping it alive. Brendan Galloway. It's the Melly is he's gambled at the front post. Well, it's poor defending really, but it's an excellent goal.
Yeah, the left pectoral muscle of Brendan Galloway, cherished by Ian Foster, who jumps into the arms of his coaching staff, knowing that his team have got back in it against the Championship promotion hopefuls Leeds United. A set-piece goal, Ash Phillips keeping it alive, Brendan Galloway following it in, and he just chested the ball into the back of what was an empty net in the end because Melly had come fishing.
Yeah, he has. I think Ashley Fox done everything right. He's just taken a silly yellow as well with a very strong challenge on Anthony there, so he's got to be careful as well. But yeah, it's a sucker blow in a game that Leeds were completely in control of, so they've got to kind of get themselves back in their groove.
Well, Jayden Anthony's felt the full force of that challenge from Ash Phillips, who got a yellow card. Phillips has apologised for it, and Leeds have now got to find powers of recovery themselves. Exeter 1, Peterborough 1. An goal by Billy Capage. And Southampton 3-0 up against Watford. Che Adams with the goal. They're going to Anfield. Here is Jayden Anthony over on the left-hand side, skipping past one challenge. He gets past Taylor, who's actually gone out to follow him. It looks like Joe Edwards has gone to play as the right wing back, and Mumba's come out to play as the left wing back after they made that recent change. Plymouth Argyle. Here comes Anthony over on the far side, tries to nudge it back infield. Gruev has it once again. Again, it's a little bit slow from Leeds in the build-up. The ball into the box by Anthony is headed away rather easily by Randall, and it goes out for a throw in opposite us. 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, I don't mind that from Anthony. I think there's a certain time he's keeping possession of the ball. It wasn't a bad ball into the box. They had bodies there, but defended well.
Mateo Joseph is coming off. Patrick Bamford is coming on. Leeds make another change, and the other change is going to see the arrival of Jorginho Ruter for Jayden Anthony.
Yeah, two big players. I think big fan of both. I think Jorginho, for me, I think he does everything right. Just good technical player. Defensively does his job for the team, but creates so much for the others around him.
Well, time for them to make an impact, because otherwise Leeds have got to entertain extra time. Not what they want, because they've got Hartford Bristol City away on Friday night and Plymouth Argyle away twice in the next few weeks. They've got Rotherham United at home, Swansea City away, Leicester at home, and if they're lucky, a trip to the winners of Aston Villa Chelsea, all in February. They'll be earning their corn in this short month. Here's Bamford down the right side, trying to force a corner, does that, plays it against Gibson, goes out and away for a set piece. Yeah,
good quality, good movement from Bamford, awareness as well. Like you say, I'm expecting, as soon as Bamford gets the ball in those wide areas as well, can there be some quality? Breaking the neck to get into the box there, he never really had much option.
Corners to be taken on the near side. Gruev's got to get this one right. Left-footed, in towards the middle of the goal. It bounces right the way through the 6-yard box. No one reacts to it. It goes out on the other side, and then it's picked up by Ruter, down by the corner flag. It took a little flick. It's out for another corner to Leeds United. 1-0 the score, 1-1 the score, down at Home Park, with 7.5 minutes to play between Plymouth and Leeds. It was 1-1 up at Ellen Road. It's 1-1 here. Plymouth had to come from behind, and they've come from behind again here. And Gruev forgot that he had to take the set pieces from both sides. Now Anthony's gone off. He's just been told. Off he trots.
I tell you what, there was some strong words between Perot and Bamford there as well.
Ball in towards the near post, flicks away, comes back towards Ruter, and he can get on the end of it. Yeah, we've got Perot, Ruter, and we've got Bamford on the pitch now for Leeds United. Bamford down the right hand side, chasing for it, goes out of play, it's away for a throw-in on this near side. What do you reckon those strong words were about?
Well, I'm just looking at that. Maybe Bamford says, when he's got that ball in the wide just before the corner, he's expecting another option. But you've got to remember, these two players are in competition for places, so sometimes it can get a little bit heated as well.
Yeah,
I don't mind it.
You have mentioned it. Maybe they were arguing over which name to use, because I know that Jorginho Ruter does like to be known as just straight
Well, that was something that the head of the Leeds media, that's something that he just wants to be known as Jorginho.
Why is that? Because Ruter is too hard for people to say?
I think there's a few pronunciations of it, isn't there? That's what he has just on his shirt, isn't it, I believe?
16,636, 1,920 from Leeds United inside the stadium tonight. Jorginho sounds a little bit more exotic as well than Rutter, even though apparently it is Ruter. They tell me he's French. We can go with Jorginho, it's fine. 6 minutes to go. Although I'm still a little bit reluctant to fall into that trap, bearing in mind that earlier in the season we got a bit of comms advice from Bournemouth, who told us that Philip Billing wanted to be known as Philip from now on, and then when we sort of investigated it, they went, well, no, it doesn't really matter. Here is Jorginho moving through the middle of the park, running into Isaka, who's done very, very well, and so has Caleb Taylor, and he's showing great poise to hold on to the ball when there were options being limited, and then turning from that right wing-back position and playing it against the defender. It goes out of play and away for a throw-in opposite us. 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, just kept hold of it there far too long, Jorginho. I think he's just got to release it. Had too many opportunities to do so as well, but he's comfortable in possession, but he's got to kind of punish Plymouth when he gets in behind like that.
It is a different Jorginho, just in case you're wondering, from the one that plays for Arsenal. Ball down the left-hand side, and he is chasing. And out of play, the ball goes away to our right. I think Daniel Parker will be pretty frustrated if it's extra time here tonight, because he's got a very busy February as it is.
Well, I think even for the players, I think in a game that they were in complete control of, just switched off. Ashley Phillips gets away, and then look at Galloway as well. It's you just got to kind of follow your men.
Hardy trying to run in behind. The ball's going to come back to Whittaker. Here is it. It's picked up by Caleb Taylor, who does brilliantly to win it for Plymouth Argyle when it looked like the Leeds player was a favourite. Gruev then nabs it off him, and there's a chance to counter-attack for Leeds now. They send the ball out wide towards the left. Ruter picks it up. Jorginho Ruter moves forward towards the left side of the penalty area. Goes on the outside. Tries to get the cross in. Delays. Waits. Doesn't come to Bamford. He took too long to do so. And then it's snapped away and cleared out to the far side by Phillips, who plays it against the defender Firpo. And it's out for a throw-in to Plymouth Argyle.
Again, it was excellent play down that left-hand side, but takes far too many touches. He's tried to cut it back. Bamford's there, but he's stood still because the ball should have came in probably 3-4 seconds earlier, but he took too many touches there.
Chris, they've had 75% possession. They've created the same number of shots on goal as their opponents, Plymouth Argyle, who've had 25% of the ball all night.
What does that say? I think you look at Plymouth, I think in that transition when they get hold of the ball, they go forward very quickly, but in numbers and with a purpose as well. And they've had those opportunities off the back of that. They actually probably look the more threatening when they get into that attacking area.
But when they get into the attacking area, they have purpose about them and they move the ball with speed. Leeds take far too many touches.
Just comfortable players, isn't it? They're in top 75% possession. They're all very capable football players. But this is what Daniel Farke had to tell them the other night. Take the opportunity. If the chance presents itself to get a shot away, don't let anyone down.
2.5 to go. Here on the left-hand side, Jorginho Ruter gets into the penalty area, plays a little back heel to Firpo, who tries to shovel it across. It hits a defender and goes behind. Oh, that rain swirling around inside the stadium once again, drifting towards the Barn Park end, away to our right where the Leeds fans are. And there needs to be a deadly delivery from Gruev, this one. But the corner flag's fallen over on the opposite side because the wind is so strong. I'm sure that is playing a part.
Well, it does, isn't it? It's difficult circumstances.
Left-footed delivery in towards the near post. Bamford can't get there. It was a push by him, free kick.
Yeah, it's not a bad ball as well. It's just about timing it, but of course the conditions are playing a part. But like both teams like to get the ball down, very direct. So it's but I think the defensive positioning that you're taking up, balls coming in from set pieces haven't been at the usual standard that we usually see from Leeds, especially. Of course it plays a part, son.
Well, we're going to have that extra 30 minutes plus the possibility of penalty kicks if it continues like this. We've only got 90 seconds plus 4 minutes of added time at the end of the 90. between Plymouth Argyle and Leeds United. And that swirling rain causing all sorts of problems, I think, as the night has gone on for both sets of players trying to get balls into the box. A couple of times Plymouth have tried to play long balls into the wind and it just hasn't worked. It's been held up and stopped short of its target. And they have the ball on halfway now. Anyone gets a goal in this period of the match and it is all over. Isaka trying to turn under pressure from Byram. They get it clear through Cooper, upfield it goes. It will run down in towards the right fullback position. Gibson will deal with that under pressure from Jorginho, and he hoists that one into the 10th row of the stand opposite us, and it's away for a throw-in.
Yeah, I thought Gibson could have got to the ball a lot earlier there and could have, a bit nonchalant, wasn't he? Allowed Jorginho to get to him.
Firpo, edge of the box, runs into traffic but keeps hold of the ball, then loses it again. It's away by Randall, into Whittaker, holds it up well, plays it wide towards the left, taken on by Mumba, and he's shut down by Gelhardt. Halfway line, ball's out for a throw.
Yeah, he's been good, Whittaker. I think more often than not, the weight of pass has been good, the touch, link-up play has been excellent.
Well, Daniel Parker won't allow his players to talk about tiredness because he says the more you talk about it, the more it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. After all, it's not a double shift down the mine, is it? And sometimes in the Championship it's better to be in the rhythm than stop starting and resting and restarting again, but not sure that extra time and penalties was in the plan tonight. But it's been tight, and away from home they haven't been as reliable, Leeds United, as they have been at Ellen Road. Firpo has it far side. Infield it goes. Archie Gray takes over, runs it up towards the halfway line, lays it off to Gruev. 4 minutes of added time at the end of the 90 here. Taken in by Byron, back into Gruev once again. Gruev will look up, play it back to Cooper, and then it's funneled out to the far touchline once again. And Firpo into Bamford, neat touch. Jorginho Ruter with one good touch, and then he just completely wasted it with an attempted back heel. It was never going to come off. But it is the last minute of the game, fella. Started well, ended poorly. Byram down the right side. Gelhardt moving up towards the edge of the area. Tries to play a reverse ball. Gray joins the attack. He's got two green shirts around him. They're just outside the 18-yard box. They get it back into midfield, and again they've had a lot of possession, not doing very much with it. They come up to the midpoint of the Plymouth half. It's back out to the wide right. Gelhardt's got it now. Gray into Gruev, who's going to try and toss this into the box, looking for Bamford, who's trying to peel off the defender. Offside flag goes up against him.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. I think it's just impatience there from Bamford. Gruev in good possession of the ball. Like you're saying, they're just not moving it quick enough. Come out to Gelhardt there. He's not going to take his man on. He's not got that about him to kind of go one-on-one and just take it to the touchline and whip it across. So they need a little bit more.
Somerville on, Byram off. Crescencio Somerville, the top scorer this season for Leeds United. 12 goals already this campaign for the Dutchman. And he has joined Pirro, Bamford, Gelhardt and Jorginho Ruter in the attack. I think that's probably called going for it, isn't it?
Yeah. I thought Somerville would have made an appearance a little bit earlier, in fairness.
Jorginho Ruter out wide towards the left, collected by Somerville. First touch of the ball for him in his bright orange boots. He gets to the edge of the penalty area and lays it off towards Archie Gray. He strikes from distance, takes a deflection off Randall, comes back out to Jorginho's inside the area now, tries to tee it up for Firpo. Lots of possession on the edge of the box again. Loads of green shirts getting back. It's in towards Gelhardt, who's striking it. He hit the post brilliantly on the volley, and they've been saved by the woodwork again, Plymouth Argyle. And now it might bounce kindly for Isaka, who gets over the halfway line. Gray does superbly. An excellent tackle by him. But how Gelhardt hasn't scored in the 3rd minute of stoppage time, I'll never know. Yeah, he smacked the post. Somerville to the edge of the area. Right-footed shot. Breaks inside the area. Did it flick up and hit a hand? Referee shakes his head. It's cleared away from Plymouth's box. They're hanging on a little bit here. They've sent it long for Hardy to chase, but Rodon should get that back to his goalkeeper. And that was a massive chance, wasn't it, for Gelhardt?
It's an excellent little think ball. He's watching it all the way. He's unmarked. He's got time. He's connected too well with it. You know what I mean? He takes a little bit off that. That just finds itself in the bottom right-hand corner there. He's taking it so well. Watching it all the way. No one near him as well. Massive opportunity, Sam.
It's such a brilliant effort as well. The right-footed shot from the edge of the area, and it was so close to being a winner in stoppage time. I mean, I don't know how long the referee's going to end up playing here, but Leeds United are not getting the ball forward. And now there's a chance for a counter-attack because Morgan Whittaker has sent it on to Hardy. Hardy's isolating the central defender. Gets on the left-hand side, shoots it safe down low by Meslier and turned round the post. And I think we will have extra time.
Yeah, I think so. I think Hardy, excellent run as well. 1v1, he just manipulates the ball to his left, just strikes it. Well, Cooper can do better and should do better. Good save at the near post for Meslier.
We're seeing a replay of that Gelhardt incident that thumped the post and stopped us from seeing Leeds victorious. It kept Plymouth in the game. This is the last chance of the 90. We're into the 5th minute of stoppage time. We're only supposed to have 4. They'll allow them to take this, and that is it. And the corner to be taken on this near touchline by Randall. It's too heavy. It'll be flicked behind. It will go out for another corner. And Rob Jones is going to allow them to take this one as well.
Yeah, I think rightfully so as well. I think well done. Should do better as well. It's a free head at the back post area.
Last kick of the game. Corner to be taken far side. Whipped in by Whittaker. It's not a great delivery, but it popped up in front of Hardy. It is now cleared. That's the end of the 90 minutes, and we will have extra time here at Home Park. An extra 30 minutes plus the possibility of penalties to come. 1-1 after 96 minutes. So they couldn't separate them at Ellen Road, and they can't separate them here. Right, okay, here we go for the first period of extra time. Live on TalkSport 2 tonight. And it's the green jerseys with gold trim of Plymouth Argyle that will start us left to right and attack the Barn Park end as they did in the first half of the game. And Leeds all in white. No changes from the end of normal time. Attacking the goal away to right. Meslier has the ball in his hands. And we played 18 seconds of the first period. And it's with Junior Firpo on this near side for Leeds United, moving up towards the midway point of opposition territory. Ian Foster's had a few problems with players as well, hasn't he? Because he's not got Alfie Devine, he's cup-tied. Darko Diaby can't play because he's on loan from Leeds. Adam Forshaw couldn't play because he's cup-tied after playing for Norwich earlier in the tournament. Left-back Lino Souza, the teenager, wasn't available because he wasn't signed in time for the original tie. So there's 1 or 2 faces missing for him tonight, which is why he's only got 5 outfield players on the bench. And he's going to make another substitution, I think, in the next few minutes. Ian Foster, the Plymouth manager. This rain, Sal, our producer, said to me, by 10 o'clock it will have all cleared up, don't worry. It's got infinitely worse. You don't read the forecast, do you? Ball is out over on the far side with Gelhardt. Moving up towards the right edge of the area. Gelhardt plays it infield. Gets a return ball off Pirot. And couldn't quite hold on to it. Thought he was going to be fouled there by Saka. The referee has played on. Leeds coming forward. It's picked up by Crescencio Somerville out wide towards the left. And Patrick Bamford has peeled out into the left wing position. Somerville gets to the edge of the area. He's got support inside the D. Bamford, Ruter, Firpo, Bamford, Ruter out on the left-hand side, delivers across towards the far post. Gelhardt tries to keep it alive, plays it against Mumbo, and it goes out for a corner over on the far side. But I tell you what, that's exactly what they need to do. Get the ball in the box and have someone with a bit of energy like Gelhardt breaking his neck to get in there.
Well, he done excellently, didn't he? Gelhardt there, good ball in from Jorginho. He's just trying to pull it back to Pirot there. It was, it's much better. And that's what it is, you know. Break your neck to go on the end of that there. It wasn't a bad ball at all.
Corner kick far side, sent in towards the near post this time, flicked into the air by Ash Phillips, drops inside the box, still not clear. Cooper wafts a foot at it. It still looks as if it's going to fall for a Leeds United jersey, and then Ryan Hardy thought that he was going to escape with the ball. The referee sees Archie Gray scurry across, and it's Meslier who gets it forward again for Leeds United, who have dominated possession, had 17 shots on goal but only 2 on target during the match. And there's 76% possession. It has been all one-way traffic in the game, most of it heading towards Hazard's goal, but yet Plymouth have stuck to their task and then broken with purpose. Here is Somerville jinking his way into a shooting position, gives it back to Ruteri's shot down the middle of the goal, has to be fingertipped over by Hazard. It's another good chance, and Jorginho with the effort from the edge of the box is the latest Leeds effort to miss the target.
Well, how do you stop Somerville in the box? You know, he's completely in control of the ball. He's just trying to invite the challenge, manipulates it. The way to pass to Jorginho was excellent, and you know what? He struck it well. Good strong hand there from Hazard.
Well, they've got enough forward players on to try and win it now, haven't they? Leeds United. Ball deep underneath the crossbar towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Cooper heads the ball. It'll break to Jorginho on this near side. He's got Godfrey for company, and it's out for a throwing down by the corner flag to Leeds. Plymouth fans not happy about that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that one myself there, but he's just got the ball under control there. Just tries too many tricks, you know, when it's not on, really.
I can't believe it still now that Big Chris tries to go and be a referee, does the right thing, says, you know what, you know, ex-players, they want to get them into the game, I'll be a part of that, sticks his hand up, starts the course, and they say, oh yeah, but you can't referee this one, and this one. What a waste. Can't believe it. Here is Whittaker on the near side, but I think the ball had gone out of play before he tried to nudge it in towards Hardy. There's a few tired limbs out there now. What are you feeling out there when you're in energy-sapping conditions anyway, and playing an extra? Oh, you've still got 25 minutes to play.
Well, it's a little bit easier when you're a possession-based side like Leeds are. You know, you're trying to. But there's no point you're sitting thinking about penalty kicks now. You want to try and win the game. You know, they've got enough, like you say, offensive players on to go and do that. But you're tired. So it's just about just trying to keep possession. Not to create anything off the back of it, but just to try and work with the other team.
How much harder is it if you're Plymouth and you don't have any of the ball? We'll come back to that in just a second. Here's Somerville down the left-hand side. He's jinking his way into the box. He sets it back for Jorginho, tries a shot, takes a deflection, goes behind and away for another corner.
Yeah, I think it's just about staying, not conceding goals, working very hard, you know, but they do have that pace and that those offensive players that they can go from back to front very, very quickly, but it's just basically counter-attack football for the next 30 minutes. With trying not to concede.
It's been like that for most of the game, really. Here's the corner into the box. It's a header down by Rodon. It's straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Again, that wind really causing problems there. It caught the ball, the rain making it very greasy, and it just sort of held it up a little bit and sent it backwards, and Rodon had to just adjust his run towards the flight of the ball, and it took, because of that, it just took a little bit of the pace off it. Here is Edwards on the right hand side. Oh, he's giving it straight to Junior Firpo. They've got to use it better than that when they've got the opportunity, and now a chance to counter attack, and Somerville is breaking away down the left hand side again. Phillips backpedaling, trying to get to a blocking position. Somerville gets into the area, comes in on his right foot, curls it into the far corner and scores a magnificent Crescencio Somerville goal. It's a trademark finish from the Dutchman, his 13th goal of the season, and it could be unlucky for Plymouth Argyle. They backed off him, invited him to run at the defence. He came in on his right foot and curled it into the far corner, and Leeds United lead by 2-1.
Excellent goal from Somerville there. He's just, what I don't understand is when Joe Edwards is giving that ball away and Jorginho is breaking through and it goes out to Somerville, Ashley Phillips is on his own. This is when Lewis Gibson has to get across and they have to go 2 up. Because Somerville, as soon as he's seen that Phillips was on his own, he's just worked his feet a little bit quicker. He's created that space, and then it's in the top right hand corner there. You've got to defend better. It's a poor error. But look, he's on his own. You know, if anything, Gibson has to get closer. Randall is across there as well. You've got to make it difficult for him. Far too easy. It's an excellent finish in the end, but he's not had to work too hard for it.
Somerville off the bench to rescue Leeds. Possibly. Well, there's a long way still to go in the game because there's still 22 and a half minutes to play. But it felt and looked like a defining moment for Leeds United, whose domination of the football has been complete. And they may well have found the way to unlock a stubborn Plymouth defence. get it to Somerville. He's looked head and shoulders above everybody else since coming on the pitch, by the way. His speed of thought, his movement, his directness, he just wants to get on with the game.
Yeah, he's so direct, but just fantastic talent as well. Both feet, so hard to defend against when he's in the ball as well. That low centre of gravity, how he manipulates the ball, his movement.
Bamford trying to get in behind Ash Phillips, who's just going to get in front of him on this occasion. Offside flag is up again. How many times has he been caught offside since coming off the bench tonight, Patrick Bamford?
I think it's down to Plymouth. I think they play a very high line, always stepping up. You know, that they must work on it because the communication. Even when I'm sitting thinking, you've got to drop. You've got no pressure in those advanced areas on the ball, so Leeds players can get their head up. That's when you have to drop as a defensive unit.
Ball over the top of the Leeds defence, but it's an aimless one, and it goes out of play, and Plymouth are starting to look a little bit tired now. Ian Foster knows that was a bit of a sucker punch after getting themselves back into the game. Leeds took the lead after 66 minutes, a brilliant strike from Nonto, and pegged back by Brendan Galloway with 12 minutes to go, and then Somerville coming off the bench to produce what was a terrific finish into the far corner, and it is 2-1 to Leeds United.
Yeah, I was surprised that Somerville wasn't brought on as soon as Plymouth had equalised. In fairness, he's only had 3 minutes of added time, wasn't it?
Well, you said that as soon as he came on, didn't you? You said he should have been on earlier in the game.
Game changer. You know, he comes on, he's direct, he's got that quality, both feet, he makes goals for others as well.
Big Chris Olorelamo is with us tonight as the ball played up towards the edge of the area for Bamford. Bamford's shot takes a deflection and goes behind and away for a goal kick. And it's out of play and away for a corner to Leeds United, and they've had so many corners tonight. This is the 11th of the night for them. Actually, what's the biggest surprise is they haven't actually done anything from them.
I think the quality, especially it was Jayden Anthony, what, 75, 80 minutes, wasn't it? It was on them, and it was poor quality. But Gruev is, I think that Roden header from the last one, but the ball's moving all the way, isn't it?
Gruev's delivery into the near post. This time it comes up to Ruter, who ends up doing a flying kick right in the face of Randall. It might have been just his chest, actually, but it was a flying kick towards goal, which ended up injuring the chest of the defender, and a free kick is given as a result. That was actually Junior Firpo who got up there and then left-footed straight into Randall, who felt the full force of that.
Yeah, it's good bravery from Randall as well. He knows he's going to take a slow one there. Firpo just puts it up, and the acrobatic kind of bicycle kick there, and it's Randall's up.
Into the 101 minutes of the game here at Home Park, where Plymouth Argyle, who were unbeaten under Ian Foster before tonight, may well end up losing for the first time. But Hardy's running down the left channel now, moving into the box for Plymouth. He gets it onto his right foot, trying to find a way of getting a shot away. He still holds on to it and waits for Mumba to arrive. He goes down the outside, then twists back onto his right foot, tries to tee it up for Whittaker. Well over the top of the crossbar.
Yeah, it's always a very difficult one. I think Mumba's put too much pace on it. Whittaker's having a little word with him now, but he's still taking it on. I think he's got to just stop that, take control. Yes, it'd be a wonder strike to put it to beat Melee from there, especially with the ball that he was given from Mumba.
The Leeds fans are making some noise now behind the goal, away to our right. That long old journey back up the motorway network. What time will they get back to Leeds tonight? Tomorrow morning, shall I say. They'll be home just in time for breakfast, I think. When they do get back, they'll be able to listen to Alan Brazil and Ali McCoy tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock. And we've got more live football tomorrow night. Aston Villa against Chelsea on Talk Sport. And Friday night as well from the Championship here. Saturday, big Championship game, Ipswich against West Brom. That's going to be huge, that lunchtime, 12:30. At the same time on Talk Sport, Manchester City against Everton, with Manchester City having the opportunity to go to the top of the table. I was with them last night, actually, Manchester City, for the Brentford game. And Ruben Diaz came out with arguably the best quote of the season so far, when I said to him, I didn't believe that he was really going to only take it one game at a time. And he said, all right, I'll tell you what the boss said. Half an eye on the big dream, 1.5 eyes on everything else. Here's Nonto, here's Somerville down the left-hand side, trying to play the ball into the path of Jorginho Ruter. He was offside. And the free kick has been given. Edwards, the captain, playing at right wing back now in the absence of Sorinola, who went off. Mumba switched sides and went to the other side as a result of that. Oh, ball fired in by Galloway to Gibson, who was only 6 yards away from him, and then he almost gave it to Patrick Bamford. Lewis Gibson dealt with that really well, actually, former Everton trainee. Out wide it goes once again towards Edwards. Edwards back into Phillips. Phillips across to Caleb Taylor, who's being hounded by Jorginho and manages to wriggle his way out of that, showing great maturity, the 18-year-old. Out wide it goes towards the left-hand side. 90 seconds before the end of the first period of extra time. Won by Pirro. He's being hounded by Mumba. Ball loose in midfield. Gruev has got it. Can they get it wide out towards this near side? It's picked up by Ruter. And again, he couldn't quite do it fast enough to put Plymouth on the back foot. Somerville will get it back to Firpo. Jorginho Ruter has it on this near side. Infield it goes. Gruev picks it up now. He's got lots of space to wander into and floats the ball over towards the far side, the right. Archie Gray comes forward. In it goes to Gelhardt. Gelhardt, who's just dropped off the front, plays it into Bamford, bumps it back into Gruev. Wide left is Somerville once again. Leeds coming forward in the final minute of extra time's first period. Firpo stands up across towards Bamford, might come through on the edge of the area for another Leeds player. It does eventually come through to Roden, who had a chance to hit it, didn't, and then he sets it back for Pirro, and I think he gets an extra 3 points for the conversion, doesn't he?
You're looking at it, I don't understand why Roden. It was excellent play. He found himself 22 yards from goal. Take the shot on. He's tried a little back heel set for Pirro. That's again, it's a worse angle. So I think Roden being there, just take the opportunity on. I know it's 2-1, but it's a chance to go and get a goal, isn't it?
You know, they don't have to add on any minutes at the end of the first period. You know, if there's nothing to add on, you don't have to add it on. Here's the Saka running through the centre. 1 minute of added time, and Archie Gray does brilliantly again to get his body in between man and ball and see it back towards the goalkeeper.
He's just matured. What a fantastic talent, Archie Gray.
He really is a very good footballer, and he got a mention on the Sunday edition by Henry Winter, who was watching that game on Friday night, and he was saying, you know, he comes from a great lineage, but he's also turned into be a great player in his own right, playing in a variety of positions. He's had to play right back, he's out playing right back again now after coming on in midfield. He is a midfielder, really.
Well, I played with his dad at Charlton, and he was fantastic player.
He played with his dad, and he comes from what is a great line of Greys that have played for Leeds United, and Bamford threatening to get away, didn't utilise the ball properly, and that is the end of the first period of extra time as they look to try and get back into this game, Plymouth Argyle, as we begin the second period of extra time. I think Brendan Galloway's also come off and Dan Scar's come on. It'll be interesting to see what happens in this next period. Dan Scar, big strong central defender, will go into the heart of defence. Galloway's come off. I don't know if he injured his chest when he was scoring that goal, did he? He's come on, and mentioned that Edwards had come off and he has been replaced as well. Ben Wayne, the forward, comes on in his stead. Francis just dropped the ball as this has gone back to him rather simply from Ash Phillips, and Plymouth look to build again. It's actually raining so heavily now, and it's swirling so much that it almost looks as if fog has descended on home park.
Yeah, it's been very difficult conditions, hasn't it? Especially if you're going to go direct, as Plymouth have just done there with the long balls, but they've kept possession well.
Here's Wayne on the far side, wins it brilliantly, pokes it through to Caleb Taylor, who's had an influence, tries to shoot from distance right down the middle of the goal, is always rising. Well, he's got great confidence, the young man, and they look like they've unearthed another gem here.
Yeah, it's fantastic quality, isn't it? He's just driving. I think you're going to take it on a little bit further as well. Just get your body over it and make sure that you work melee in the Leeds goal there.
Caleb Roberts, who only made his debut in the first game between the two. 18 years of age, has got a big future, I think. He's got composure on the ball, he's got an eye for goal as well, and he's a player of some promise. All out of play on this near side. Gibson wants the ball back quicker from someone sitting in the front row. Paul Geezer, who's sitting in the front row, is wearing a Parker, and he's absolutely soaked to bits. And he's got the central defender bellowing at him, saying, any chance you can move a little bit quicker? And he's like, well, actually, I'm a bit freezing, to be honest. I'd rather somebody else went out and got the ball. These conditions are nasty. Here is Ash Phillips, on loan from Tottenham Hotspur, striding forward over on the far side, the right. He plays it to Mumba, gets it back out towards this left-hand side. They have just changed the formation slightly. They've gone to two centre-halves. Gibson's gone to left full-back and Mumba back to right full-back now, which means they've got more men committed forward. They've got two up top in Hardy and Wayne as they try to somehow find a way of getting back into the game. And Xhaka might well help them do that. He's helped it through towards Wayne, and they played the advantage. A little step over by Mumba has allowed the ball to run out towards Whittaker on the right-hand side. Mumba teased down the right side, but it's too heavy. And it's going to run out of play and away for a goal kick away to our left. And it remains 2-1 to Leeds United.
Yeah, it was a good build-up play there, and then just a final pass let them down. Too much pace on it. I'm expecting it just come in the box, just delivery after delivery, make Leeds have to defend, and it's just that final pass, that final decision just let Plymouth down there.
There's a great image on our monitors of Ian Foster, who is absolutely dripping wet. No one since 2007 has ever had an umbrella in the dugout ever again, have they? Even when you need one. Steve McLaren ruined that for everyone. Here is Isaka through the centre circle, scooping the ball out wide towards Whittaker. Good take. He runs towards the edge of the penalty area. 3 minutes of the second period played. He plays it into the near post. It's not a great ball, and it's away by Cooper out towards the far side. Bit of life in Plymouth though.
Yeah, it's better though, isn't it? Whittaker, I think he's a lot of time there. It was an easy one for Cooper to defend. He's got to put it in between the last Leeds defender and goalkeeper, but he's got two targets in there.
A couple of Plymouth fans have seen enough, and they're off to get out of the stadium quickly. 4 minutes gone in the second period. The ball's launched towards the near edge of the box. It's flicked on and away by Pirro out to the far side. There'll be another throw-in for Plymouth Argyle. And remember, the winners of this game get to go off to either Aston Villa or Chelsea. The winner of that tie decided tomorrow live on Talk Sport. And well worth following, as was today. I don't know if you heard it, the Jim White show, Simon Jordan. They had a professor on talking about rugby and the impact of kids playing rugby. It was absolutely brilliant radio. It was sensational. If you get a chance to go on the TalkSport app and go back and listen to that show, it's around about 10:30 this morning, 10:15 this morning. It was terrific. It was addictive, as that show often is. Archie Gray's gone down. In fact, it's not Archie Gray, is it? It's Gruev who's gone down. And Archie Gray's just tending to him, making sure he's okay. He's got a bit of cramp here, the Bulgarian. It was very good actually at Bristol City on Friday.
Yeah, he's a good player. Yeah, I think it's one of them, when you take a little knock as well, it brings cramp on, especially when you're 110, 150 minutes into a game.
My cramp comes on a lot earlier than that.
Yeah, mine too.
Ball set up towards Bamford, who's being held by Scar. It bounds all the way through to the goalkeeper Hazard. And Plymouth encouraged to come forward again. They need a goal to force a penalty shootout at home park. It is 2-1 to Leeds United, and they've been robbed here, and the ball's been picked up by Somerville again, and he's run to the edge of the penalty. He's fed it into Jorginho, whose right-footed shot comes off the inside of the post, and Jorginho's goal seals a place in round 5 for Leeds United. Plymouth Argyle beaten in extra time. 2 goals, one at the beginning of the first period and one at the beginning of the second. Send Leeds United through to the next round of the FA Cup. They've had to work hard for it. They haven't had too many opportunities on goal. The woodwork has stopped them several times, but this time
It went on the inside of the post. Jorginho celebrates with gusto in front of the travelling Leeds United fans. Passage through to round 5 of the FA Cup. It's Plymouth 1, Leeds 3.
That's an excellently worked goal. I'm just looking at Ashley Phillips having a proper go at Whittaker as well there. Some strong words, but as soon as Somerville's driving at you, the fear of life go through that defensive unit. As soon as the defender is committed, the way to pass to Jorginho was perfect. And to be fair, I thought it was a poor connection from Jorginho, but he just felt it into that bottom right hand corner and off the post, and Hazard doesn't even stretch the hand out. He's beaten as soon as it leaves the foot of Jorginho. It's an excellent goal.
Excellent goal from Jorginho, a super finish, his 6th goal of the season, and he's just started to find his rhythm a little bit in this Leeds United team, and he's come up with the goal which will seal a place in the next round of the FA Cup for Leeds United, and the wait to go into round 5 is going to continue for Plymouth Argyle. More disappointment for them. Some of their supporters now just deciding that enough is enough and starting to head for the exits, and what looks like quite a torturous journey home, I must admit. I'm worried about... Will you text me when you get in? I'm worried about you.
Of course I will. You'll still be going in the bar, won't you? You're talking
with the tokens. Given half a chance. Here is Mumba, sent out towards the far side, the right. Wayne trying to escape, but Cooper is there to shut off the route. Comes back to Crysencio Somerville, who's on the edge of the area, trying to feed it to Jorginho, watched by Phillips, and it's cleared away over on the right-hand side. 8 minutes gone in this period, which means there's only 7 to play. We're in the 112th, 113th minute of the game. And you can see now those aching limbs, those tired bodies committing lazy challenges and rather cumbersome moments where balls are being deflected out of play as players with cramps stretching things out, trying to get through the final few minutes. And the referee just checking on the progress of one of the Plymouth players over on the far side. It's Ash Phillips who's down. He's got back gingerly to his feet. He'll go back into position inside the defensive line. 3-1 the score. And listen to those Leeds fans. They can laugh for all that tune out, can't they?
Yeah, the away support has always been fantastic, isn't it? The numbers they take all over the country.
Bamford trying to get on the end of a loose ball. A long ball down the middle of the goal. It's still defended by Scar this time. Taken by Mumba. Out on the right side, away from Somerville. He sends it long. And looks to try and escape past Rodon into Hardy, but Hardy got enough on it to take it away from the Plymouth striker, and Leeds have it again. Just 5.5 minutes to go, and Leeds will experience what it's like to be back at a Premier League ground. It might be old foes Chelsea, or it might be a game with Aston Villa once again. Both games will conjure up memories of encounters past. And we look forward to bringing that to you on TalkSport and TalkSport 2 on FA Cup 5th round week. FA Cup 5th round week is one of those weeks where they play it all in the midweek, so you definitely need your TalkSport app, because there will be games that you might think, well, I might watch that one on TV, but I really need to keep in touch with the other one, so I probably should listen to that one on the radio. It's a bit like that FA Cup 5th round week. You need your devices. Make sure you've got the TalkSport app and you can absorb all the information. Be a first defeat for Ian Foster as Leeds play the ball through the midfield. Out to Somerville, just sliding past the centre circle. Running forward at pace. He's knocked to the floor, but they play on because Gelhardt's got it inside the area. Left-footed shot. Takes a deflection, goes behind for a corner.
Again, just a speed of break, isn't it? Quality. Somerville, Bamford, and then obviously Gelhardt there. And I think as soon as Gelhardt comes in, he's just got to find the bottom left-hand corner. He's trying to go pace and give the keeper the eyes. The deflection takes it wide for a corner there, but like you say, it's they're enjoying it. Leeds, I think they're in complete control. Plymouth, you look at the bodies, look at the body language. The Plymouth in the 18-yard box, players down, breathing hard.
Yeah.
Hands and knees.
Cream cracker, don't they?
Yep.
And well, they've been working incredibly hard over the course of the match, and as a result of that, their efforts have been unrewarded. because Leeds have got 3 goals on the night, and for the first time in a little while actually, Plymouth haven't been able to score 3 goals here. It's been their trademark in stock over the course of the last month and a half. Here is the corner, away to our right-hand side. Leeds United sending it in through Gruev, right under the goalkeeper, and it goes all the way through and straight into the net. Gruev curling delivery, bounced once behind the defence, no one took charge, and it scooped over the shoulder of the goalkeeper, and Leeds United scored direct from a corner. It's their 4th goal of the night, and there is absolutely no doubt about it now. They will be playing in round 5 of the FA Cup. A somewhat fortunate goal for Gruev, but he will claim the applause because he has scored the 4th goal on the night, the 3rd in extra time for Leeds, who lead by 4 goals to 1.
Yeah, I'm disappointed there. I think Ian Foster won't be happy, just about taking responsibility. For one, the ball shouldn't bounce, it actually comes off the Plymouth head. Is it Hardy? It is. He's trying to flick it. Go and head it. If you're unsure, if you're not going to make read the flight of the ball, head the ball back out for another corner. He's basically done a striker's little touch, just to kind of flick it into the back post area.
I mean, he hardly gets a touch on it at all, does he, really? But he's got to do better than that. Oh, he does get a little bit off the top of his head and then goes past the goalkeeper and in.
And it's tired minds, tired bodies, disappointed. Even when he gets the contact, you're wanting Hazard to react to it. Ashley Phillips is trying to get to the back foot.
Whittaker inside the area tries to get one back for Plymouth and sends it straight at the goalkeeper, and it's caught and will be cleared away. He's feeling the full effects of the 118 minutes that we've had so far as well. Junior Firpo, even him, and he's quite fit, is stretching out over on the far side. Everyone has gone. It's one of those matches where you think it's okay for the referee to blow on 120 minutes. It's 4-1. They ain't coming back. Doesn't matter how many minutes you add on.
I know there's a lot of players missing, obviously, for Plymouth tonight. But when you can only name 5 outfield players, that's very telling, isn't it?
And young Jack Matthews coming on as well, right at the very end to play at the heart of the defence. Just shows you the paucity of the options that they've got at this moment in time. Look, I remember telling you beforehand, there's a couple of players that club tied, a couple of players that weren't registered before this tie, so couldn't play, and some that can't play against Leeds United because they're on loan from Leeds United. So it's a complicated situation, and they are missing bodies as a result of that. But Bamford has been played in by Pirro towards the edge of the area, and Mumba apparently got the whole of the ball there instead of a bit of Bamford. Maybe Rob Jones was being a bit generous.
No, I think it was Bamford's got to just not even allow Mumba to get the opportunity to get a challenge in there. The first touch should be away from Mumba, body in between, and then he gets an opportunity to go there. It's a pure first touch from Bamford.
He was claiming for a penalty. He's not going to get it, and it's going to be Jorginho Ruter moves the ball away out towards the edge of the penalty area. He's now going to set it up for Bamford inside the box, left footed, wide of goal. Just on the edge of the area, played in by Jorginho. He swiveled and hit the ball towards the far post, and it trickled past it and out for a goal kick away to our right hand side. And we're into the final 30 seconds now, and Plymouth, who have been dumped out in the 4th round 3 times since they last reached the 5th, are going to lose their unbeaten record under Ian Foster, although technically in 90 minutes they weren't unbeaten. And it will be 8 games unbeaten in all competitions for Daniel Farker, whose team are just starting to put a run of results together, a decent run of results together. More importantly, the away form is starting to improve. They were a little bit laboursome as they approached the penalty area on a number of occasions tonight, but they've certainly come good the longer the game has gone on.